Alright, well, this spot ended up working pretty well. As you can see, it's morning now. No one ever came out of these doors, I don't think. I slept pretty peacefully until 6 a.m. because that was around when my alarm was set for. And then I was like, fuck it, I'll sleep another hour. It's still pretty quiet here. So I slept until... Actually, I don't think I slept until 7. I think I woke up at like 6:30-ish, 6:45. Before my alarm actually went off, and then I was like, it's light enough, and I started seeing dog walkers, so I was like, all right, time to move on. So yeah, I got a good like 5 hours of sleep, I would say. And you know, I've been seeing some dog walkers and runners and stuff passing by since it's been light out, you know, since like 6 a.m. That's when they usually start to come out. And yeah, they've been passing by, but nobody's like, you know, seemed to have an issue with me. I haven't seen any cops show up. One guy even said good morning, you know. So I'm in Society Hill right now, which is why I was a little concerned, because this is like a very rich neighborhood. I was concerned that people might be more up in arms about letting vagrants just fucking sleep outside around here. But I guess nobody cared about me just sticking to myself, sleeping in this little corner over here. So it turned out all right, and I'm actually pretty well rested. I don't even feel like I need to sleep more at the moment, which is good because my phone is almost dead and I need to go charge it, and I also want to get breakfast. So I'm probably going to go towards Whole Foods again and get some breakfast there, and try to charge my phone at the Starbucks across the street, because I don't think Whole Foods has a place to charge your phone, and I mean Acme Markets does too, I think. So I could go to Acme or Starbucks. Either one of those places, there's a chance that I will be forced to buy something in order to charge my phone, but there's also a chance that both of them could just let me do it. I mean, Starbucks just let me come in yesterday and charge my shit, but unfortunately, that used to be like a corporate policy, but they actually, apparently, I recently found out they ended their open doors policy, so it's no longer the case that any Starbucks location you can come in and charge your phone and use the bathroom and get a free cup of water and do all that stuff without having to buy anything, because they ended that policy, and Starbucks hates homeless people, I guess. Just like all the rest of the fucking companies. But so be it. We will find a place to charge the phone. It shouldn't be that hard. And then we'll figure out what else we're going to do today, because I'm pretty sure Alex... I didn't hear from him last night, you know, saying, oh, I'm leaving now or anything. The last thing I heard from him was him saying, I'm going to nap for a couple hours and then probably leave at like 1 or 2 a.m. And I was like, okay, well, safe travels. So maybe we'll hear from him today and we'll get an update. But I assume he's gone by now and we are on our own. So it will be time to go to the Wooden Shoe bookstore today and see if we can meet any new friends, because now we have no more friends and we need to make new friends. But yeah, so I'm just going to go get breakfast now and charge my phone, and I'll update you if anything cool happens. The forecast yesterday was looking good. It was looking like, oh man, it's going to be clear for days, but now the forecast is saying it's going to rain today, throughout the day, pretty much. Just periods of just annoying fucking rain. Hopefully it won't be heavy rain, but it will be annoying fucking rain. That is a guarantee. So we're going to try to stay out of that too. That's going to be another challenge, just dipping and dodging to try to avoid the fucking rain, trying to move from place to place in a efficient manner, and calculate for, you know, account for travel times and everything too, so we can stay out of the rain. So that's gonna be fun. Anyway, yeah, I'll update you if anything cool happens. Yeah, I guess I was mistaken about Whole Foods being like homeless friendly or whatever, because some of these policies are clearly targeted. I mean, seating is for paying customers only. That's, you know, an obvious one. Seating limit, so you don't just stay in here all day to get out of the rain or whatever. Personal items, receipt, that's all. That's just for, you know, I guess verifying, you know, making sure that everyone's a paying customer when they come in here. No outside fridge, that's just standard. And then no sleeping in the cafe. They gotta have a reason for putting that there. There's, you know, the fact that that needs to be stated. It's gotta be a homeless thing. Speaking of which, when I thought I was getting targeted, well, I did get targeted the other day, but I thought that one of my complaints, basically, when I got harassed by those people the other day, was that they were like, oh, you should have had your receipt. And I was like, the machine didn't print a receipt. It should have automatically printed a receipt. Well, I realized afterwards that I think the machines actually do automatically print receipts, because I went and actually used the self-checkout machine at one point after that, and it automatically printed the receipt, and I was like, oh. So I'm going to assume that it did print a receipt, and I just didn't notice. So that one's on me. but I still didn't steal that fucking soup, so that one's on them for thinking that I fucking stole the soup. But yeah, I should have had my receipt. My bad about that. I will not make that mistake again. Alright, I got some breakfast and charged my phone, and it's supposed to rain soon, so I want to go to the Wooden Shoe bookstore, but they don't open until 12, so I got about an hour to kill, and it's supposed to rain before then too. I'm hoping it doesn't end up raining, but if it does, I'm under this in my little sign flying spot, and I figure since I've got like an hour to kill, even though there's not much foot traffic at this time of day, and there's a few people passing by, so since I was probably gonna be sitting here just killing time anyway, figured I might as well make a sign. And I actually found a perfect piece of fucking cardboard for it. Like, this is such a sturdy, big, strong piece of cardboard. This is like flat. It's just everything you want. And I decided to switch it up and go with a different sign today. Shout out to my homie Chaos in Times Square, because he always runs this sign. He's not the first person I saw running this sign. I actually saw it for the first time when I was in Nashville. Lots of funny signs in Nashville, and there was a dude in Nashville that was always running this sign. But when I went back to New York after going to Nashville for the first time, I decided to experiment with different funny signs, including some of the ideas that I had seen in Nashville. And I went around trying this sign out, and I go to Times Square, and I'm about to fly this sign in Times Square, and then I look over and I see Chaos sitting there running the same exact sign, and that was how we met. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I walked up to him, and I showed him my sign. I'm like, look at this. He's like, oh my god. He's like, we knew at that moment that we were kindred spirits, and we became fast friends, and the rest is history. But anyway, so I'm going to try this out, see how Philly likes it, and I haven't, I've mostly been running the kidnap and torture your ex sign. Obviously, it did really well last night, but I just, I feel like switching it up a bit. Last night, a guy came up to me and was like, I know you have other signs. And I was thinking, man, I do have other signs, but I don't have any others with me right now. The only sign I had with me was my traveling and broke anything helps sign, which was just like sincere and not exactly what he was looking for. He's like, oh, that's boring, go with this one. I know he wanted something funny, so I wish I had more funny signs on hand. But hopefully this one will do well for me today. And we got a sex shop right across the street, so like once this opens up, the Sexploratorium here, hopefully people who are like visiting that shop or people who work there will look over and see me and be like, oh my god, that's funny, a sex joke, so I know my demographic, Anyway, we'll see how it goes, and then hopefully in a little bit I'll be able to get to the bookstore, and then hopefully maybe head back out to West Philly, because I want to spend some more time hanging out in West Philly. So we'll see how it goes. Look, this is the best. Oh, by the way, my fucking milk crate was here again. You might have noticed. For the second night in a row, I left it here, and it just stayed here. I guess people know that that's my fucking milk crate, and this is my fucking spot, and it's just it. But isn't this perfect? I can just set this up right in my backpack. I don't even have to hold it. I can just set it right there, put the cup right there, and sit next to it, and just do whatever the fuck. And this will just make me passive income. Of course, usually you make more if you're holding the sign, if you're actually engaging with the audience, but I guarantee if I just fucking throw that shit up there, I'm gonna make money. Dude, it's so funny to see the drivers go by, because like cars are going by every now and again, and sometimes you'll see the driver like look out, or the passenger like look out the window and see my sign. You'll see them like rubbernecking. They'll do like a double take and be like craning their fucking head back to be like, what the fuck does that sign say? Very funny shit. Alright, so I came down here to go use the bathroom at Whole Foods and finally go to the Wooden Shoe bookstore, which I haven't done yet. But yeah, I let me use the bathroom, then I came back here and I sat down here for a minute because I was thinking about my strategy to move forward, because I don't know what to do with my sign, frankly. I don't know how much space there's going to be in the bookstore, so I'm thinking about like, am I going to be able to go in there and have space to drop my backpack? Because I assume walking around with it, the aisles might be kind of narrow, and it might not be the best idea to have it on my back. So I'm like just sitting down thinking for a minute, like, what am I going to do? Should I try to poke my head in real quick and see what the space is looking like, and if I try to scope out a space to drop my backpack, just thinking about that sort of thing. And then a guy comes up and starts talking to me, and he's like, his name was Steve, and I was like, oh, I'm Steve too. And he we talked for a little bit. He asked me what I'm doing. I said I'm doing a little bit of traveling. Apparently he started talking to me because he had a history with drug addiction. He thought that I was on drugs or something, and then he saw my eyes and he was like, oh, this guy's on drugs. And I was like, yeah, I used to do drugs, but not anymore. I still smoke weed and cigarettes, but I don't do fucking hard drugs anymore. No opiates, which is which is great. Being in Philly, I'd probably be losing my shit every single day, roaming around as a fucking trank zombie if I came here and tried to fucking score opiates. But at any rate, he ended up inviting me to his place. He's like, hey, I got a 4-bedroom house or whatever that I live in by myself, and he thought my sign was funny too, and he ended up giving me his number and basically saying that I can come crash at his house and shower and stuff, which is awesome, because one of the things I was going to ask them about in the bookstore over here was if they know anybody who likes to take in travelers. So that's like one less thing I have to worry about. That's like, wow, what a relief. That's already taken care of. So now I just have to ask them about, well, the other main thing I want to ask them about is just like if they, if they know anywhere I can meet travelers, or if they know any travelers or former travelers who are cool that they can introduce me to or whatever. Maybe there are even some working there. And, and also, I want to maybe ask them for some information about hopping trains out of Philly and stuff. I'm curious about that stuff, but those secrets might be more closely guarded. They might be hesitant to give them away to someone who has, never actually hopped the train before. But, I don't know. We'll see what I can get. But, like, the most important thing was finding the place to stay, honestly, and shower. And now that that's taken care of, I'm just like, oh, what a weight off my shoulders, So, that's cool. And I'll probably hit him up later tonight, and hopefully he actually answers, and that doesn't, like, fall through, and that ends up working out. Because otherwise I will end up sleeping over in Society Hill again, probably, which felt pretty safe, but, like, yeah, the no shower thing has been getting kind of annoying. So it'll be real convenient if I can go over there and at least shower and maybe sleep for a few days too. Well, not sleep for a few days straight, but sleep for, crash for a couple nights or whatever. But, soon I will go into this bookstore after I stop being lazy and get off my ass. And, we'll see what kind of interesting things happen in there. Alright, I just finally went and visited the Wooden Shoe bookstore. I talked to the guy working there, and he was pretty cool. He helped me out with a little bit of stuff. I asked him about like local punk shows. He didn't know anything, and the bulletin board didn't have anything, but he helped me find some stuff online. They actually helped me find this really cool website called like philly.askapunk.net or whatever. I guess it's just askapunk.net, and then whatever city you're specifically looking for shows in, it would be that city .askapunk.net. But it looks like we have a couple shows coming up over the next week. One like tomorrow or something, and one on, I believe, Friday. So I might go to one of those, or I might continue asking around, see if I can find something even more underground, because I'm sure there's stuff that's not listed on there that's like, even more underground, that's really Ask-A-Punk shit. I don't expect the stuff on askapunk.net to be, the most underground stuff out there. And I would like to, like, actually meet a friend who's, like, going to a show and invites me to the show, who I can go with. But that being said, one of the shows I found on there was, like, a Not a Flop show, so I would expect, I'm not worried about being able to pay. I can actually pay for the show right now, but the thing is, like, the venues, some of them obviously are a little iffy about letting people with big backpacks in. So my hope is that a Not a Flop show is usually more chill about, more lax about the rules in the venue in general. So my hope is if I go to a Not a Flop show, they'll be like cool with the backpack and everything, because they expect, broke fucking homeless people to be showing up there with big backpacks, perhaps. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I go to one of those shows, or if I meet someone else and go to a different show or whatever. But I do want to try to go to at least one show while I'm in town, since I have a little bit of entertainment money right now. And it's been a little bit since I went to a show, and I mean, it's fucking Philly. I heard the punk scene here is great, so we gotta check it out. We gotta go to at least one show. So yeah. Oh, and I asked him about like squatting information and train hopping information. He didn't know anything about that, unfortunately. He said that would be better to, maybe I can come back another time and ask another volunteer, because there are other volunteers who work there who know more about this stuff than he does, perhaps. But I did also buy a few zines and a new patch. I don't know why I put them in my bag already. I can show you a couple things I got. something about veganism, and this slingshot book, which apparently I got this because it's like a planner thing, but it has, I guess, useful information about different like radical spaces and different places and stuff. Speaking of which, there was also on the bulletin board like a map of like radical spaces that had like pins all over a U.S. map, and then like people would pin the names of different locations and the addresses. And I saw places on there that I had been to, like I saw Red Emma's on there in Baltimore. I saw Museum of Reclaimed Urban Space from East Village, New York, in there. I was like, just looking at this whole board, I was like, oh my god, I've been to these places. That's crazy. So that was pretty cool to see. But yeah, I got this. What's up? Oh, is this? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, wait, that was weird. That guy just came up. I'm like, why is he coming up? Is he coming to me? And he was coming up to me because he was saying I had to move from that. I didn't realize this was an active store entrance. I guess it makes sense because it has lights on, but I saw the thing right there, and I was like, oh, they moved over there. But I guess they're doing something with this store still, even though it's not like open to the public. So they didn't want me blocking the thing, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. So I moved here. I was just trying to pack my bag real quick and then move on anyway. I'm about to leave as soon as I finish talking to you guys. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I got this little zines activism thing. I got another one that was about how to survive a felony trial. I thought that was pretty funny. I was like, well, this might come in handy at some point if I get some stupid felony trespassing charges or something. So might as well pick that up. And I just wanted to, support them. So, yep, got a couple of zines and little booklet things, and picked up a new patch too. It's just like an anarchist symbol. Nothing too special. I don't need to show that off. That's also packed away in my bag already. Perhaps you'll see it later once I actually start sewing my fucking patches onto my shit. But anyway, yeah, cool place for sure. I'm gonna maybe try to go back at some point and talk to some of the other volunteers, see if they have more useful information for me. But shout out to the guy who just helped me. I forgot his name. I wish I could remember. He told me, I heard him say it twice, but I fucking forgot what it was because it was just a very unique name that I had never heard before. So I'll have to ask him again if I see him. I feel bad about that, but I'm usually pretty good with names. But sometimes if it's like a really unique name, then I just like I need to know, be told 3 times. Usually it's no more than 2. I always tell people, listen, sometimes you need to be told twice, but never 3 times. But in this case, this is one of those times where maybe a 3rd time would be helpful. But anyway, it's supposed to rain soon. It was actually supposed to rain earlier according to the forecast, but it's, we've been lucky. It got pushed back a little bit, and now it's still saying it's going to rain, and the sky seems to agree with that assessment. So I'm trying to get out of here and go somewhere where I can fly a sign in a covered space, specifically Center City at the Reading Terminal Market. I'm going to go to the back to like the tunnels over there where I flew my sign the other day, and I'm going to try to fly a sign over there until just wait out the rain, basically until the rain stops. We're supposed to stop at by 9 or something like that, so I might be there for a little while, but hopefully I can make some money because it's Center City and everybody will be going through those tunnels trying to get out of the rain, I assume. So I'm gonna head over there now. It's like a 25-minute walk. I'm hoping that it won't start raining as I'm trying to walk over there, and let's hope for the best. Okay, slight delay because I had to go pick up a weed vape because I was almost out. Well, I was basically out. My current vape that I had was running on fumes. So that was like a 10-minute detour. And now I have like 20 minutes before 5. It's saying that it's going to rain by 5, so within 20 minutes. The sky looks like it's going to rain imminently. And I have about a 30-minute walk to the Reading Terminal Market. So I'm thinking it probably might be prudent to just take a bus. But I also don't know if these I have these bus pass ticket things, but I don't know if you can use one of them to get a transfer, or if it's the system can't track your ride when you the same way when you pay in cash, the system usually can't track your ride. So if you have to transfer to another bus and you paid in cash, you just have to pay again, unless the driver can somehow, in some cases they can offer you a special ticket or whatever. They can issue you a special ticket that you get saying that you paid, and then you can use that within an hour or 2 hours or whatever to get a free ride on another bus. If they have something like that, then that might be a good thing. That might be useful for me, for my purposes. But
if they don't, then yeah, I have these 2 bus passes Joey gave me, but I just don't know how it works. I don't know if they're if I have to use both of them just to do a transfer, or if I can just use one. If I can just use one, then this is probably a no-brainer, because I mean, bus fare is like $3, so even if I ran out of those tickets, it's not that bad. If I need to take a bus again, I can just pay $3, right? $2.90, whatever it is. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't want to use 2 of them on one bus ride. That would be kind of a waste, So I'm just going to keep walking for now until I maybe get to a point where I can just take one bus the rest of the way. Or maybe I'll just walk all the way if I'm feeling lucky and it's not starting to drip. But I swear to God, man, if it starts just pouring on me out of nowhere, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill all you too. I might kill everyone in this town. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. Don't demonetize me. Oh, fuck, I'm probably already demonetized for just the nature of my content, to be honest. Well, the illegal trespassing and such. So, not too worried about that. That's what I have Patreon and Coffee for. But don't delete my videos, YouTube. Don't ban my channel for death threats or whatever the hell. Suicidal ideation, whatever you're going to mark it as. I'm not really suicidal. And if I die, you know that it wasn't me killing myself. If I commit suicide, it was the government. I tell you, the government! I'm just rambling now. Anyway, let's hope we make it without the rain killing us. I don't understand how everyone's walking around out here so casually, as if it's not imminently going to rain. Do they not see the sky? Do they not care? I don't see any umbrellas. But those umbrellas will probably all just appear out of nowhere as soon as the rain starts. It's usually how it goes. And the umbrella salesmen will come out too. They're like, umbrellas, $5, umbrellas, $10. Well, in New York, I think they're usually $10, but maybe here they're $5, because Philly is supposed to be cheaper. But in New York, the hustlers will be out in 2.5 seconds. Before the rain even fucking starts, they'll be out there. They have a 6th sense for that shit. They don't need no weatherman to tell them when it's gonna rain. They know. I guess this is Independence Hall right here that I've heard so much about. It's interesting learning so much about Philadelphia in school, but never having been here and now getting to come and see all the famous touristy buildings and artifacts. The Liberty Bell is supposed to be somewhere over in that direction too, but I don't think I can see it from here. I think I'd have to walk over there somewhere, and I'm not interested in doing that right now when it's about to rain. But I am about halfway through my journey here to Reading Terminal Market, so if I can make it another 15 minutes without it raining, I should be Gucci. Let's hope for the best. And we will come back and visit the Liberty Bell at some point. I promise to do that, hopefully, if I remember. Look, they got a TV out here and a fireplace and everything. It's like a whole outdoor living room. Damn. Bougie as hell, man. Oh, good. I'm here on Market Street now, so that means I should be getting close to the underground oasis. So I can, if it starts raining at any point while I'm walking down the street, I should be able to just duck into a subway station and, just kind of walk the rest of the way, or most of the rest of the way, underground. So that will be very, very positive for us. We also have a lot of big, deep recessed overhangs like this along this whole street. So even if I don't make it to the, let's see, like over there, almost every building has it. So even if I don't make it to the tunnel that I'm going to in time before it starts raining, or if I don't have it at like a subway station to immediately duck into, I can just probably get under one of these things and stay dry pretty quickly. So that's a positive thing. I just started feeling the raindrops. They are coming down very slowly now. Not getting me soaked yet, thankfully, but they are starting right as I'm approaching the tunnels. Perfect timing. Well, almost. Theoretically, I don't want to speak too soon because it could just pick up right now and get me completely soaked right before I get to the tunnel, which would suck, but I don't want to jinx it or anything. Well, I guess I did jinx it a little bit because the rain actually did start coming down a little bit harder as I was trying to get here. But thankfully I didn't jinx it too much because it wasn't, totally downpouring. I only got a little bit wet. My sign got a little bit of rain on the back, but I managed to protect the front, and nothing destructive, nothing too destructive. So we're good. We made it here, and we are safe to sit here and wait out the rain for the next several hours and just hold up our sign and hope that we can get a few bucks, you know. Not desperately in need of money, but since I did just drop, you know, 43 bucks on that weed vape, and, you know, I also spent like probably like 20 something bucks on those books and stuff at the zines, you know, at the bookstore and the patch, and then I probably bought like $10 to $20 worth of food today too. So, you know, it's the expenses add up definitely. You know, even though I was doing well last night, doing a little bit less well right now. You know, the money's running out, not completely running out, but you know what I mean. It's running lower, so I'm going to just try to sit here and make some money and hope for the best. And then when the rain ends, I'll probably go back to South Street and then maybe hit up that guy Steve from earlier and see if I can go over to his place when I'm ready to sleep and take a shower and stuff. That would be great. So I'll let you know how it goes. I'll update you if there's anything worth updating you on. You know how it is. Alright, well, so far most people have just been passing me by. Like, I guess everyone's busy because it's a Monday and it's a Monday afternoon at Center City, so no one has time to look at my fucking sign. They'll just pass me by, like, barely even looking at it. And nobody's giving me money yet, except for this one guy just came by, and he was like talking to himself in like a really aggressive way, it seemed like. And I was just watching him, like, you know, carefully, kind of, you know, warily, thinking like, oh, this is probably just a crazy crackhead home bum or whatever, talking to himself. But then he comes back around like a minute later, or like 30 seconds later, and he gives me $5, and he's like, "You were the only one that listened to me. I could see that your eyes were following me. You have sensitive eyes," or something like that. Like, basically, he could tell that I was like actually watching him, because, you know, I watch everyone that passes by. That's what you do when you fly signs. You know, part of the strategy of making money doing this is making eye contact, or trying to make eye contact with almost everyone that passes by. But also, I'm just always people watching. I'm watching my surroundings. You know, you naturally kind of start doing that when you live on the streets, right? And especially when like someone comes by aggressively talking to himself, like, you're gonna be watching that person, obviously. So I'm following him, you know, just casually watching him. But yeah, he comes back, he's like, "You were actually listening to me," and he gives me $5, and I was like, oh, I felt bad for thinking he was a crackhead home bum. I mean, he might still be, you know, he still does seem a little crazy, because as he walked off, he was still fucking talking to himself. But apparently he's got money, at least, and he was generous with his money, so I appreciate that. I appreciate that, sir. Crazy or not. Dude, this is like the most bizarre crowd ever. Like, even of the people that are passing by and reading my sign, they're like not even laughing at it. Like, very few are even laughing. They're just like, a lot of them are actually just like sighing as if they hate their life and they can't believe that this dude is sitting here. They can't, like, God forbid a homeless person should have a fucking sense of humor, right? Like, I don't know what, like, who pissed in these people's fucking Cheerios this morning, but everyone just seems like they're pissed and they hate their life around here. And that's what people say about New York, but shit, Times Square is not this fucking depressed seeming. It's just weird vibes around here right now. And this is definitely not the South Street crowd. You can tell the vibe is just way different. These people are not in the mood to laugh. I got a few laughs now. There was one guy actually that started cracking the fuck up, and he was on like a video call with someone, and he like pointed the video towards me and was like, "Oh my god, this is the funniest shit I've ever seen." But then he didn't give me any money. So, but there was a woman who pulled up here though, and I was actually looking down at my phone, not even like engaging with the crowd at the time. And she's like, "Sir," and I look up, and she's like, she's like laughing her ass off, and she's like, "Here, take this," and she gives me $3. So that was very nice of her. So I made like $8 since I've been out here. $2 this morning. That's, you know, $10 for the day so far. Not great, you know, not the best day, but not the worst day either. You know, $10, that's nothing to scoff at. They could buy some food or a pack of cigarettes or whatever. And that guy just laughed. And anyway, I don't even know what the hell else I was gonna say, because that guy smiling distracted me. Always love when I can make someone smile, you know. Money or no money, like I always say, it's all about the smiles, man. But, you know, money's important too, obviously, because I kind of need money to live a lot of the time. But I mean, well, not really to live, to entertain myself, I guess. But I can get by and live without any money technically if I just dumpster dive and get kickdowns and stuff. But it's nice to have for sure. But yeah, I can't wait to go back to South Street and you know, be with the happier, drunker crowd, because this is just like depressing, man. And so many people here, you know, like I said, I've gotten a few laughs, and a lot of the people, it's weird, like some people will pass me and have a completely straight face, and then after they pass, they'll like get down the sidewalk and then they'll look at each other and they'll like start talking to each other and laughing. And I'm like, bro, are you afraid to laugh in front of me? You know, you don't have to like wait till you get past me to laugh and like secretly laugh or whatever. Same with like recording. There's one girl like took a picture of me. She was trying to do it secretly. I'm like, it's pictures are free and encouraged. You don't have to fucking be all secretive about it. So I don't understand the people that are like they think it would be disrespectful to laugh maybe, or that if they were to laugh at me, it would if they were to laugh at me, I guess they think it would they'd be obligated to pay me or something, I guess. That's the best explanation I can think of, because why else would they be like totally stone-faced, and then as soon as they get out of my, you know, as soon as they get just past me and they're down the block, then they look at each other and go, what, look at that sign? Like, shit pisses me off, man. Just fucking give me my laughs. Give me my laughs. Don't fucking deny me that shit. If you're not gonna pay me, at least fucking laugh in front of me. Laugh in my face. Laugh at me. I'm a clown. Dude, okay, this is fucking crazy, but this guy, dude, there's some fucking crazy at home bum just came by, and he gets all in my face, and he's like, oh, what did you say to me for? I'm like, I didn't say anything. What the fuck are you talking about? He's like, you scared now? You scared? I'm like, no. He's like, why not? I'm like, why would I be scared? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? He's talking crazy, and he's just like, what kind of money you got? And I'm like, what are you talking? And then he fucking grabs my cup and runs off with my fucking cup. Thankfully, there wasn't much in it. There was only, I took most of the money out, so there was only $2, the $2 I usually keep in it. So he got $2 and some change. I'm like, enjoy the fucking $2, asshole. Imagine stealing a fucking homeless dude's cup. I mean, he was probably homeless too, even more homeless than me, given that he was willing to steal fucking $2 from my cup. But yeah, he gets like $2 and change. I'm like, enjoy this fucking $2, asshole. And at least he threw my cup on the ground. He took the money out and he just threw the cup up in the air, so I was able to pick my cup back up, because it would have been pretty annoying to have to go source a new cup. But I can't fucking believe that just happened. I can't. Like, even in New York, some shit like that has never happened to me. I mean, my friend Justin said something like that happened to him once, but that dude seriously just fucking picked my cup up and ran off with that shit. That is absolutely ridiculous. I wish I could have gotten that shit on camera, because it was absurd. And that asshole needs to be exposed, but he just ran and disappeared around that fucking corner. If I see him again, though, it's fucking curtains for him, dude. I swear to God. I mean, not that it's worth doing anything over $2 fucking and some change, but like, fuck that asshole, man. Like, that was absolutely ridiculous. All right, yeah, that incident with the crazy bum just like totally threw me off. But I checked the weather, and it's apparently done raining for the night now. It's not even 8 yet, so I'm headed back to South Street, where hopefully crazy bums won't try to take my fucking money cup and run away with it. That is absolutely ridiculous. I can't. I mean, I shouldn't be so surprised, because like I said, I've heard of it happening to other people before. I know people do that shit, but I'm just surprised that it finally happened to me, because like, I would have expected that it would have happened in New York or something, because New York is so dynamic. But like, in Philly of all places, on this sleepy ass fucking street, I was making almost no money, and then a fucking crazy bum comes up and starts yelling in my face, acting like he thinks I'm someone else, and then steals my shit. I'm sorry to belabor the point, but I can't even get over that shit. Anyway, yeah, so I'm heading back to South Street, where they like me. Hopefully I'll make more money, and there won't be as many fucking crazy ass bums there, because it's pretty safe over there. They have low tolerance for crazy ass bums, or just extremely drunk locals. Damn, look at this guy. Looks like he had a rough night. Alright, I'm back. It's almost 9 p.m. and my milk crate is still here. I wasn't sure if it would, but what am I kidding? I knew it would still be here, because everyone knows I'm the king of Philly. I'm the king of Philadelphia, motherfucker. No one touches my milk crate. This is my spot, and everyone knows it. But yeah, no, I'm actually kind of surprised I was able to leave it for, shit, how many hours has it been? Like 10 hours or something, 11 hours, almost 12 hours, and it's still there. Pretty cool. But it's getting late. I have to hit up that guy Steve that I met earlier, and see, I have to get his address again, if he's still down to house me tonight and stuff, and let me shower and everything. And if once I get his address, I'm gonna have to figure out how long it's gonna take to get there. He said probably an hour, and I have to use public transit, which kind of mostly shuts down after midnight and gets a lot more annoying to use. So ideally, I'm probably gonna have to leave here by around 11. So I want to, you know, since it's almost 9 now, I want to text him and get the address and, you know, map out my route and figure out like when's the latest I should leave here by, and then maybe leave a little earlier than that just in case anything goes wrong. But until then, I have like an hour or two to find my sign probably and try to make a little bit more money, which I am at a huge net loss for today so far. So hopefully we can try to mitigate that a little bit, even if I don't expect to be at profit, because I had to buy so much shit today, cigarettes and a whole nother vape and a whole bunch of food and everything. And then that guy stole my fucking money cup, which was ridiculous, but that was a $2 loss or whatever. And I gave another dude $2 too, who was asking for it because he was being chill. I was like, here, you can have $2 for not being an asshole and stealing my money cup. But anyway, time to get to work and text Steve and see what's going on tonight, and see if I can maybe get a shower in bed tonight, or a couch or whatever. Well, I guess it would be a bed. He said he has 4 bedrooms and 3 of them are just empty, so sounds pretty chill. I'm gonna hit him up. I'll let you know how it goes. Oh, and by the way, possibly related to the whole milk crate thing still being here, this fucking case of White Claw was left here last night. I remember someone left it here during the show, when everyone was lining up for the show. I think someone was getting fucking White Claw wasted online, or maybe even before that, because I remember it appearing pretty early on as everyone was lining up, and it's still there. Just like I understand this being like in the corner here, so maybe people will notice it, but like, where's the cleanup crew to clean up this? How has this thing been here for over 24 hours, sitting right next to the street? That is pretty sad. That would never happen in New York. I mean, to be fair, this would probably not be here anymore if we were in New York either, so maybe I should, you know, count my blessings. Yeah, so it's almost 11:30, and Steve has left me up in the air. Figures, you know, that's pretty much how my life goes sometimes, you know. It's pretty much what I should be fucking expecting, right? When someone offers something, you know, that's like a really reasonable offer, like, hey, come crash at my place, I got 3 extra fucking bedrooms, and you can shower and everything, you know. I shouldn't get my hopes up, because, you know, obviously when someone does that, you should just expect that they're gonna fucking not honor it, you know, that they're just gonna fuck you and leave you hanging. So, you know, I texted him, called him about 40 minutes later, called him again like an hour later, nothing. That's my fucking life. So I guess I'm sleeping outside again tonight. I don't even care that much about sleeping outside, honestly. And I wouldn't even be so pissed if it weren't for the fact that I've had such a shitty day with that asshole stealing my fucking cup, making barely any money in the first place, and spending too much money because I had to get weed and cigarettes and everything. Well, tomorrow I want to get more weed at least. I want to get another vape for a while. I want to get more cigarettes tomorrow, I don't think, because I think that the fact that I bought a new pack just, you know, at the end of the night basically means that I think it should last me all day tomorrow, and I shouldn't have to purchase more until Wednesday morning, hopefully. So that'll make things a little easier, but I have to get my fucking food and shit, you know what I mean? And I barely get enough today to cover that, so it's like I'm still kind of in the red, I feel like, and that's stressing me out a little bit, even though I can make more money tomorrow and everything. It's just that compounded with the asshole stealing my fucking cup, compounded with I thought I was going to be able to get a shower tonight finally after the fucking hotel room shit fell through. You know, a few days ago, you know, we were supposed to get a hotel room, and then, that didn't work, let's get a hotel room tomorrow night. That didn't work. You know, you're going to get sent some money so you can get a hotel room if you want. Well, that didn't work. You met this person who says they're going to let you stay with them. That didn't fucking work. So it's like, it's just getting real fucking frustrating, this whole, like, inability to access a fucking shower, you know. And it's, you know, this is part of what comes with living on the streets, I guess, you know. So it's good that I'm showing you just how fucking difficult it can be at times, because, like, shit's been going pretty smoothly for me up to this point, you know, throughout this series. Ever since I was in Virginia, I was pretty much able to get regular access to showers and places to stay and everything. It was cool. But sometimes you end up in situations like this, where it's like, Philly seems cool as hell. I feel like more than any other fucking city I've been in, I should have been able to find someone by now to let me stay with them. But I only became friends with fucking other homeless travelers who had no place to stay either. And then they left town, and now I'm starting to meet the people who are going to flake on me. So, you know, that's always fucking fun. Anyway, I shouldn't be so fucking going off on the Steve guy. It's whatever. I'm sure he's got his own shit going on, you know. Maybe he'll even hit me up tomorrow and be like, I'm sorry, I forgot. You know, just like just like that girl Cassidy did when I was hitchhiking to Richmond, right? And that would be cool, and I'd forgive him and everything. But right now, like, I am not in a forgiving mood. Right now, I'm just like at the end of my fucking rope, where I'm like, I just had a horrible kind of, well, it wasn't like horrible, okay, I'm being dramatic, but just given, you know, how good things have been going lately, I just had kind of a shitty day. I was kind of in a bad mood, my feet fucking hurt, I'm ready to take a shower and sleep in a fucking bed for the first time in, you know, a week and a half or 2 weeks or however long it's fucking been. I don't even know at this point. And then that fucking falls through as well, and I'm like, well, guess I'm sleeping outside and not taking a fucking shower again. So it's like, I don't know, I'm just fucking done. But you know what, it'll be fine. I'll get over it by tomorrow, especially after I get some sleep and stuff. And then hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to meet some more people and find someone who can help me figure out a place to stay or a place to shower, at least, for fuck's sake, man. Because again, it shouldn't be that fucking hard. I'm gonna go back to the Wooden Shoe bookstore. That's gonna be my first fucking my first like thing that I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go back there and see if I can find, if there's another volunteer working there who knows anything about, you know, a place to stay or whatever. Because the guy that I talked to earlier, he was very cool, like I said, but he didn't really know anything about squatting or anything. He didn't know anybody who has any squats or who might take in travelers. He was like, I would take you in myself, but I don't have my own place. So it's like, all right, good. Well, I appreciate the sentiment, but yeah, I need to start meeting people who can actually take me in, who can tell me something other than fucking, oh, well, I would take you in, but I can't. Or, yeah, I'll take you in, and then fucking just flakes on me. Anyway, end rant. I'm going to be done for the night soon because I'm fucking tired as hell. And, man, I mean, this bar closes at 2, you know. Like, so, like, this strip here will be pretty active until at least 2. But do I really want to stick around for another 2 hours while I'm already in a fucking horrible mood and I'm tired as hell? I don't know. We'll see. I do want to make more money. That would be nice. But, like, and it does help whenever someone gives me at least $1 or something. You know, it improves my mood a little bit, you know. But, yeah, I'm just, I just, you know, wish that this one thing could have fucking gone right. But it's too much to ask for, I guess. Yeah, it's past midnight, and I still just, like, I don't know, I'm just fucking sad, man. I'm just so fucking disappointed. I gotta remind myself that, like, you know, people have helped me out so many times, more than really they had to, you know, or should have, or whatever. And, like, I'm grateful for that. I really am. And I don't mean to be, like, pessimistic about people, even though I am in certain ways. But, like, it really is the case that, like, I broke my fucking rule, which is that at the end of the day, you can only rely on yourself, you know? People will help you out and be really cool all the time, and it's always a pleasant surprise when they do, but you can't fucking expect that from people. The default expectation is just that someone, somewhere, eventually will help me out, but any individual person cannot be relied on for shit until they fucking prove it. So you can't just meet some random person. Like, I even knew when I met him, you know, I was like, this could fall through, so I'm going to go into a Wooden Shoe, and I'm going to, you know, try to still, you know, secure a backup plan, basically. I asked the guy about squats and everything, and he was like, nope. And I was like, well, I guess, you know, at least I already have a place to stay. That's a relief. That was, like, the big thing. Not even the fucking place to stay and sleep, but, like, shower, you know. I was like, I'm excited about that. And, yeah, that's where I fucking went wrong, you know, just expecting that the guy would, you know, do this very basic thing that he said he would. It's like, if I were in that position, you know, and I told someone I offered someone a place to stay or shower or whatever, something that I knew would be, like, trivial for me to provide for them, but would be, you know, tremendously helpful for them, I would make it a priority, you know, especially if I was like, oh, if they're, like, trying to be respectful and everything, and they're like, oh, what time should I hit you up so that I don't, you know, hit you up too late or whatever, and you're like, oh, anytime. And then they try to be respectful anyway and hit you up prior to 9, which is, in my opinion, not too late. And then you still just fucking, ghost them, and there's no explanation. Like, you just fuck them over, you know. And it's like, if you hadn't fucking offered in the first place, right, then it wouldn't be a problem. I wouldn't have gotten my hopes up. I wouldn't be like, you know, I'd be like, all right, I guess I'm staying outside again.
just same fucking state as usual, status quo. But now, you know, I met this guy and he's like, oh yeah, sure, you know, I'll do this very reasonable thing for you. And I'm like, oh, nice, sweet. Now it's like, now that it didn't happen when I thought it would, now it just adds to my fucked up day, you know? Just, I'm probably repeating myself at this point. Honestly, I don't even remember the fuck I said in the last clip. And I might be repeating some of it, but I'm just in a fucking mood right now, man. Let me fucking rant a little bit. I'm gonna go to sleep soon, though. And hopefully tomorrow I can have more luck, you know, finding a fucking shower. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Alright, I got over my self-pitying, whatever the fuck was going on before. I was in a really bad mood. I'm in a better mood now. I listened to some music, listened to some fucking Johnny Hobo and the Freight Trains, and Days and Days, and I feel better now. Now I'm just like, alright, just gotta sleep outside another night, and not shower for another day. Whatever, it happens. It'll be okay. Just fucking, we'll get through it, like we always do, right? So, yeah, I'm going back to the same spot that I slept last night. Society Hill here feels pretty safe, and seems like the dog walkers in the morning didn't really have an issue with me, because they just were like, hey, and, you know, passed by and didn't like freak out and call the cops. At least I don't think so. The cops didn't show up while I was there. And again, even if they did call the cops, maybe the cops wouldn't even do shit, because apparently the cops around here don't do shit. That's what everyone keeps saying. So hopefully that works out in my favor, and I can have another restful night here in the same spot. It is past 1 a.m. right now, so it'll probably be 1:15, 1:30, something like that by the time I get to sleep. And I will, it should be fine, because I'm gonna wake up. I set my alarm for 7, because I woke up at like 6 at 6:30 this morning, and I think I could go a little later, especially since I had to change my socks this morning too. But I don't have to do that tomorrow morning, so I don't have to like spend extra time digging in my bag and, you know, going into my clothes bag to get more socks and everything, and then putting the dirty socks into the dirty clothes bag and packing that back up. And yeah, it's all, when you have a backpack, when you're backpacking like this, it kind of everything kind of, I don't know if I'm going the right way. I'm not looking at the map, but this is a cool way to go, so we'll go this way for a minute anyway while I talk. But yeah, fuck, I forgot what I was even saying now. Oh right, I was saying that yeah, when you're traveling like this, it's like it kind of can take a while to you know, unpack, and like if you're trying to go in the bottom of your pack for something, like obviously I have the U-zip, so it's easy to access stuff in the bottom of my pack, but still, like, I have my clothes in a separate bag, so I gotta go into that and take that out and, you know, get the clothes out and then wrap it back up, and I also have to like unstrap the stuff that's strapped to the outside and then strap that back on afterwards and everything. It's, you know, it's a process. I think, oh, this is cool. What's this for? I think some people who are more experienced at backpacking and stuff, and hiking and everything, camping, get better over time, from what I hear. Wow, a lot of these little areas would be nice to sleep in, but a lot of them aren't dark enough or like hidden enough. I think the spot I was in last night would be perfect. But these are all pretty nice little areas. Like, what is this over here? But anyway, yes, my point is, I should be able to get up and, like, you know, just quickly brush my hair, put on deodorant, whatever, like do a couple things, and then get up and go tomorrow morning. So I think if I wake up at 7, I should still be fine. Oh, this is like a playground at a little park. I'm surprised it's even open at night. Okay, cool. Can't sleep in this park, I guess. I don't imagine I can sleep in that playground. Imagine kids start fucking coming in the morning. They're like, what the hell? Homeless man sleeping in the playground. Anyway, I am going to find my sleep spot now. Ah, this looks familiar. This looks like the place. Oh, here I am again. And nobody here.
There's another little spot in the corner. Oh, everything looks good. Not too many bugs or anything like that. Alright, cool. Hopefully we can get another restful night of sleep here. Unfortunately, I only have one piece of cardboard this time to lay on, so I don't have another piece to put under my feet, which I usually like, but hopefully it'll be okay. Good night. Alright, it was about 6 a.m. I set my alarm for 7, like I said last night, but I didn't really sleep until 7, because, you know, runners are starting to come by and stuff now. Right on cue. So, just so people, I don't, you know, start visually disturbing people, whatever, I'm gonna pack up in a minute here probably and maybe head up to Washington Square Park and see if I can get away with hanging out there. It says on Google that it's open 24 hours, so I imagine you could just walk in and hang out. But I don't know how they would feel about me sleeping in the grass or whatever. But I don't know. Yeah. It's light out now, kind of, so they shouldn't be like, oh, it's after dark. You know, it's after light now. But yeah, I am still kind of tired. I want to get some more sleep if possible. This was kind of hard to sleep on with only one piece of cardboard. And yeah, I would like to get some more rest if I can. I'm back at Washington Square Park, and this is something that I forgot to see when I was here last time. This is the tomb of the unknown Revolutionary War soldier, I believe. So this just commemorates all the soldiers that died in the Revolutionary War that, for one reason or another, have not been identified or confirmed dead or whatever. They just went missing, but just died a faceless, nameless hero, or whatever the fuck. And this is an eternal flame, apparently, which means it just burns continuously. Not sure how long it's been continuously burning, but a long time, I guess. So that's kind of cool. You know, all these flags lined up here. It's kind of pretty nice little park. It's a little quiet right now. I don't see anybody napping in the grass yet, so hoping I can get away with it and that they're like, you're camping in the park, just because I'm fucking, it's not like I'm rolling out a sleeping bag or anything. I'm just maybe laying on my backpack like a fucking pillow and trying to take a little nap, just like any other normal park goer would. They ran into this tree over here, for example. So hopefully they don't fuck with me. I don't see why they would. It's light out and everything. And I mean, this park is open 24 hours anyway, so even if it was dark, I don't see why I have a problem with someone coming in, laying down for a couple hours. But anyway, we'll see if I turn out okay. Alright, I am awake again. It is about 9 o'clock a.m. I slept for a few hours, and I feel a little bit better now. I'm still a little bit tired, but I think I'm ready to get up. Yeah, I actually heard back something from Steve. He texted me back a few minutes ago, and he's like, oh, you know, sorry I didn't get back to you last night. I ended up going out and didn't get home until 2 or 3 a.m. Dude, like, he could have saved me so much grief by just telling me that, you know what I mean? I don't know why it's so hard to fucking answer a call or a text. I mean, I'm glad he hit me back now. I'm glad he wasn't just ignoring me on purpose or whatever, but this is what I mean about the inconsiderate. Like, I didn't think last night, you know, I was considering all the possibilities. I'm like, maybe he fell asleep, maybe he got busy, maybe he's ignoring me. I didn't think he was ignoring me. I figured the most likely possibility was that he just got busy and forgot somehow, you know, maybe fell asleep, although it seemed a little early for him to be asleep. But yeah, this is pretty much, like, this tracks, you know, this whole, oh, sorry, I forgot, I just got busy doing something else. But, like, this is what I mean about the inconsiderate thing. It's like, he wasn't trying to do the wrong thing, he was trying to do the right thing. But then, like, by trying to do the right thing, and then fucking up at it, and fucking me over, and, like, leaving me hanging, he ends up, like, making my situation even worse, because he's just, like, I was in such a worse mood last night, because I was, like, thinking that everything was going to be okay, and I was going to be able to shower and everything, and then I wasn't, and it was just, like, fuck. So, you know, hopefully today he'll be able to, you know, provide that for me. He'll be able to invite me over and stuff, you know, considering he did hit me up. He's like, what's your plans for today, you know? But I need to not get my hopes up too much, because people are fucking flaky, man. Even people with good intentions, you know. He seems like a nice guy and everything, but, like, fuck, man. I wish,
I wish people were more responsible when it came to like their obligations towards other people. Not that anyone has obligations to help me, but like, I mean obligations in the sense of like just your moral obligations towards other people, your basic just your basic respect things, you know what I mean? Like, don't offer someone who is on the streets a place to stay and then just ghost them, you know, and forget about them. Like, it's, again, like, even if he had texted me back last night and said, sorry, I can't do it tonight, you know, that would be great. That would be relatively considerate, you know, because, like, alright, that kind of sucks, but, like, at least he's keeping me updated, you know what I mean? But I don't understand what he was doing, you know, when he was out until 2 or 3 a.m. He couldn't give me a single text or call back. But anyway, enough of my ranting. I'm going to go, my phone's dying, so I'm going to go try to get some food real quick and then charge my phone at the same cafe I went to yesterday, the Charter House Cafe, I think it's called. Pretty expensive, but I just go in, buy the cheapest item, and then sit down and plug my phone in. Maybe they would even let you come in and not buy anything and plug your phone in, but I feel like an asshole doing that, so I just, because it's like a small business and shit, so I think. So, I'm trying to, you know, if I'm going to sit there for like 2 hours charging my phone, I want to at least buy, you know, spend a few dollars, you know, if I can afford it. So, that's probably what I'm going to do. It's going to be Whole Foods. Hopefully they have some split pea soup today, because they didn't for the last 2 days. And I'm craving some of that Whole Foods split pea soup. And then, yeah, after I get some quick bite to eat and I'm not starving anymore, then I will, then I'll go charge my phone, and then we'll get on with the day. You know, I have some tentative plans. Hopefully might be able to get out to Bartram North today, or go somewhere in West Philly, you know, and maybe meet some people, meet some traveler friends or whatever. I don't know. But I figure I'm going to stay in town until Friday because I want to go to this show on Friday, on Friday night. But probably head out on Saturday. Honestly, I'll probably have exhausted, well, not everything there is to do there. I'm sure there's like tons of stuff. It's Philadelphia, you know. But like everything that I wanted to do, I'll be able to check off my list by like within the next couple days, I think. And then I'll be able to just kind of relax and wait until the show. And, well, not relax. You never really relax, you know. I'm still going to be doing stuff, but it's like my plans will be less solidified. It'll be more going with the flow, which is, you know, what I should be doing all the time anyway, really. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to head over there now and try to conserve my phone battery, and we'll see how today goes. Alright, I'm on my way to Whole Foods still, and Steve just called me, and we chatted, and he was like, yeah, I'm sorry about last night. I, you know, went out and had a little too many drinks and whatever. Things got out of control and lost track of time, you know, it happens. But he's coming down to South Street, so he's going to be around South Street for a couple hours, so I'll probably still be here when he gets down here, because I'm going to be at, you know, the Charter House Cafe charging my phone and shit. And yeah, he said that you know, he's not sure if I'll be able to stay at his place tonight because he's not sure if like there might be like stuff going on, he might be busy or whatever. I was like, whatever, man. I don't mind having to sleep outside. I mean, it's supposed to rain tonight, around like 4 a.m. or something, which could complicate things a little bit. So like, it would be nice if I could also find a place to sleep tonight, but I told him if I could just shower, at least if I could come over today during the day and just like for like an hour and just fucking take a shower and stuff, that would be huge, you know. Then I can go launder my clothes and everything, you know. And he said that would be fine, so hopefully that works out at least. Hopefully nothing crazy happens today that delays those plans even further, because I could use a shower. And then as for the sleeping situation, I'll always have to figure that out, but at least I'll be clean, which will make it easier for me to socialize with people and get other people to perhaps invite me to their place, you know? Because no one wants to fucking invite a smelly hobo who hasn't showered in 10 days. I mean, some people do, some people don't mind, but a lot of people judge you for that shit. Not that I think I smell too bad, but, you know, it's hard to really tell when you're trying to evaluate your own smell, you know, because you get used to it. Anyway, onwards to Whole Foods and to charge my phone.
Alright, well, no split pea soup again today, so I just went with some fruit. They didn't have the vegetable lentil soup that I've been getting. They just had this some kind of vegan vegetable dal soup. That was like their only vegan soup that seemed somewhat interesting. And I was just like, ugh, no, I'm good. I'm just gonna go with some fruit. I had fruit twice yesterday, and now I'm having it again. But can't go wrong with grapes, blueberries, and raspberries, right? They're all very tasty. So let's dig in. Alright, I am finished with my food, and I'm about to go to the Chapter House Cafe. I think I was calling it the Charter House Cafe before, but it's a Chapter House Cafe, and I need to go charge my phone because it's at 10%, so I'll be doing that for a little bit until Steve gets here. Okay, so I talked to my friend Ivan for a bit. He called me saying he's going to treatment today for a while, and we talked for a couple hours, so that was nice. After I went and charged my phone and stuff, I went to the bookstore, used the bathroom, and talked to the same guy I talked to yesterday for a little bit. I forgot to ask his name again, so I still don't know his name, unfortunately. And I talked to this guy named Oliver, who was a customer there. He bought me a sticker, which I should have put in my. I should have shown you guys the sticker, but I put it in my bag before I started recording because I wasn't thinking about it. But it's a pretty funny sticker. Maybe I'll show you later. But it just it's like a dare logo, and it says dare to say no to drugs, but instead of no it says say now to drugs, so someone like added a W. And yeah, I just thought that was kind of cute. And Oliver, the other guy I was talking to at the store, thought it was funny too, and he wanted to get one for himself. And I mentioned I would get one, but I'm kind of strapped for cash. And he's like, I'll buy it for you. It was only a few dollars, so he bought me a sticker, which was really cool. And I stuck it on my journal. Anyway, I decided, Steve still hasn't hit me up, and it's been like, I don't even know, 5-6 hours at this point. So I decided that I'm going to hang out here on South Street, because I still want to try to maybe go to that park in West Philadelphia, to Bartram North. If it rains and, once the forecast clears up, basically, and says it's going to be clear for the rest of the day. But right now it's still saying that it's supposed to rain soon, and that it'll be raining for like an hour or two. So I want to kind of chill here where I know I can stay out of the rain, because I can be under this thing, even if people are not going to be giving me tons of money. So I figure I'm just going to hang out here until the rain comes and goes, until the forecast says it's going to be clear for the rest of the day. And until it starts raining, at least, I will just sit here and fly my sign. I made a new version of my sign. Not as good of a piece of cardboard as the one yesterday, but still a pretty good one. Plenty of space. And I got this other piece of cardboard where I put my Cash App, Venmo, and Chime and clip them to my bag so people can, see that and hopefully get that in the pictures, too, when I'm flying my sign. So hopefully I make some money through that, because I've been wanting to do that for a while. I've been wanting to put my QR codes, actually, but I still haven't gotten a chance to, get to the library to print those out or whatever. So this will have to do for now. Hopefully it'll be enough. It's not as frictionless as a QR code, but hey, all the shit is still there. So I'm just gonna hang out here for a while, fly my sign, have some fun. Don't know if I'll make any money or not, but either way, I'm gonna try to wait out the rain and then maybe head over to West Philly. Or if Steve hits me up, maybe I'll do whatever he wants to do. Head to his place, take a shower, or if he wants me to go over there right away, he was like, oh, you get shower now or never, then I'm just gonna go take a shower, because that's my kind of priority. But until then, unless I hear from Steve, I'm chilling. Well, I was flying my sign here, and I was like, well, the rain cleared up. I was thinking of going to Bartram North, but I think I might just do it tomorrow, because I'm just feeling like chilling here today. I'm a little tired. I just want to hang out, collect my money. I made like 10 or 15 bucks today so far, nothing crazy, but I decided to sit here and sew a patch on my hat, this new patch that I got. So this is going to be my first hat patching job, my first hat patching attempt. You can tell it looks a little amateurish. It's my first time doing a whip stitch, but I think that looking amateurish is part of the aesthetic anyway, so there's really no wrong way to do it. That's what I like about folk punk music too. It's like sounding like shit is part of the aesthetic, in the most loving way possible. I mean, I love folk punk music, but yeah, hell yeah, this is gonna be pretty good when I'm done with it, I think. I finished the hat sewing project, and this is how it came out. I think did a pretty good job for my first time, Like I said, the amateurishness is part of the aesthetic, so, any amateurishness can be excused as being intentional. Well, not intentional, but, acceptable, I guess is the better word. So, yeah, I will probably sew those other patches on very soon, but I'm going to give it a rest for today because this actually took me longer than I expected. But that just makes sense because I'm not good at sewing. This is my first time doing it, and that goddamn brim getting in the way, the sweatband inside the hat is just like made the bottom part really annoying. So I just kind of hurried it up and finished it up quickly. Plus, I didn't want to take a whole new piece of thread because I was running out of thread, running out of floss. So I just kind of made these further apart than all the other sides. But I think it'll be fine. I think it'll stay. And I just feel a lot better about wearing this than I did about just giving some random alcohol company free advertising. I don't even drink tequila. Shit, man, I'm more of a vodka and rum sort of guy, and whiskey if I am going to be drinking liquor. So, I feel a lot better about this hat, and I feel like I made it myself. Not that I made the whole hat myself, but you know what I mean. And yeah, I feel like my badass level went up by like 10 just from adding one patch to my hat, just because like, yeah, now I can actually sew. That's a useful skill. Yeah, so I don't really know what to do now. I guess I'm gonna go back to flying my sign. It's like 8 o'clock now, so probably a good time to start flying my sign and make a little bit of money from the nighttime crowd. I still haven't heard from that dude Steve all day. I'm just gonna pretend like he doesn't exist anymore, and like I assume that he's not gonna hit me up. I'm just gonna have to sleep outside again tonight. But that's okay. As long as it doesn't rain, which I think the forecast is saying it is going to rain now. It's going back and forth. I don't know. But apparently it's supposed to stop raining by like 2. So, maybe I can sleep a little bit after that. Although the ground's going to be wet. And whatever. I'll figure it out. Oh, also, this is really funny. This is something that I noticed the other day, but I forgot to record it and comment on it. But right next to the spot where I fly my sign, there's a fucking advertisement saying, need a sign? Sign makers. Man, I could use that service right now. Alright, I'm back at my sleeping spot now. I got an upgraded bed tonight. I got a big piece of cardboard, the one I found this morning that I used part of for my sign. This is the rest of it. This is what was left over. Still enough to make like a whole fucking sleeping pad, basically, so that's cool. Not much of note happened tonight. I made okay money, nothing crazy. I did end up I was approached by this very pretty girl named Sully, who came up to me and was like, have you been to Philadelphia before? And I was like, no, it's my first time. I've been here a week. She said she used to travel and ride freight trains, and she basically like totally punk mogged me, and then fucking and then gave me a handwritten list of I guess just useful points of interest, which I pretty much knew about all of them already, just like Food Not Bombs servings and the Satellite Cafe, which I haven't been to yet, but I wanted to come here since day one, or I wanted to go there since I came here, I should say, since day one of coming here. We've been wanting to check that out, so now that I got a second recommendation, I guess I might have to go there. She gave me a couple, she gave me like a sleeping spot recommendation, which was a spot I already knew about, over by the river, and her handwriting sucked, but I can forgive it. But anyway, and then she fucking insulted New York before walking away, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I couldn't believe that encounter, dude. I felt so I don't know. I felt like some type of way after that, like just like I'd been violated or something. But anyway, thank you, Sully, for trying to help at least, even if you insulted me a little bit and my people. Saying that New York anarchists don't do shit, they just talk about it, and that New York punks are fake punks or whatever. Very silly stuff, but I think she was just trying to tease me a little bit. I don't think she really meant it. That's what I'm going to assume anyway. She better not have meant it. Anyway, going to sleep, and tomorrow I'm going to try to hang out more in West Philly, which was also one of the things that Sully recommended, and I was like, yeah, I kind of already knew that. I've just been here making money. And she's like, yeah, people out here, I mean, there's punks here, but they're not going to want to talk to you. West Philly is where you'll make friends. And I was like, yeah, South Street is more of a money-making spot. I come here for the nightlife, people, making money off the drunk shift, etc., etc. Anyway, I think the third time now, time to go to sleep. Tomorrow, hopefully we make it out to West Philly. Good night. Another day, another successful night, sleeping outside in the same spot. I actually rolled out my sleeping bag this time too, which I was a little bit scared about. I was like, oh man,
am I gonna get too brazen with the sleeping bag and then the cops are gonna show up and people are gonna report me? But it ended up being fine. And yeah, it was a little chilly, you know, so I needed to take the risk, but it ended up paying off because it is now around 8 a.m. and I'm just waking up. I slept in a little bit because I was kind of tired. I got a big day ahead of me today, so today I'm gonna try to get out to West Philly and see if I can have some fun out there and just relax a little bit since I did okay last night. Alright, I'm on my way to Whole Foods as usual to hope that they have that split pea soup and get some breakfast. If not, I'll just get some fruit again probably. And then I'm going to head to West Philly early today to try to get some stuff done. I'm going to try to get the boring stuff out of the way first because I want to do laundry again today, so I'll probably do that right away when I get there. And then I'll hang out in Clark Park and hope I find some travelers or whatever. Maybe I'll go to the Satellite Cafe too. Check that out since Sully recommended that to me yesterday. I ran into this couple that, like, I guess they lived at, right behind one of those gates next to where I was sleeping. You know how there was like those two gates in the corner? I guess like those led to people's backyards or something. And yeah, this couple came out and they were like, "Oh, sorry." I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm leaving." Yeah. And they talked to me and they were like, "Oh, do you need any resources and stuff?" You know, they were sympathetic. And I was like, "No, I know about Project Home and Hub of Hope and those homeless service places, but I don't really want to, I'm not really interested in using homeless services for the most part." I told them, maybe I'll go to the Food Not Bombs feedings, but I'm more interested in like mutual aid type resources. So I told them, I've been looking for a place to shower and sleep. Haven't had much luck with that, but I'm gonna keep trying. Unfortunately, they didn't invite me in for a shower or anything. But I mean, it was a rich neighborhood, so I imagine everyone in there is kind of on edge about just inviting random homeless people into their house. But it's all right. I appreciate that they talked to me at least and tried to give me some resources, and that they weren't like, "You need to get the fuck out of here, or we're calling the police on you right now." That was cool of them. But anyway, yep, time to get some breakfast and then head out to West Philly, hopefully. I'm going to need to charge my phone too. I don't think I can do it at the laundromat, but I should be able to do that at Clark Park if that extension cord is still there. So let's hope for the best. What the hell? Dude, I don't know who the hell Joel is, but apparently they did something to piss someone off. Holy crap, they got a whole sign about him around here. If Joel shows his face in this fucking part of town, it's gonna be fucking, it's gonna get busy real quick, I'll tell you that. Yeah, they didn't have the split pea soup. They didn't have the Harvest vegetable lentil soup, which I've been eating, which I just didn't feel like having today. So I was like, I'll have some fruit, and they didn't even have any fucking fruit. They didn't have the grapes and raspberries and blueberries that I usually do. So fuck Whole Foods today. I'm skipping that. If I get hungry, I'll just eat some fucking granola bars from my bag. I still have some of that shit. Hell, I still have peanut butter and tortillas. So I should be good if I'm like starving. But for now, I'm just gonna try to go to West Philly and maybe eat once I get there, because there should be some options over there as well. But over here, it's not looking too good right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna, I have to get cigarettes too, and that should be my first mission. Alright, maybe I gotta go stop somewhere to get cigarettes and then go to West Philadelphia. I have to use the fucking bathroom too though. I should have just gone and used the bathroom in Whole Foods, but now that I walked in and out, I can't just walk in again. That would be super fucking sus. Whatever, I'll figure it out. Dude, so I'm waiting at this bus stop to go to West Philly. I was supposed to take the 40 bus, and I was supposed to catch it from here at 9:15, which is 4 minutes ago. I'm like, it's 4 minutes late, what's going on? And this fucking lady, this city worker lady, just can't put up this poster. I look at what this poster says. Route 40 detoured from 9 a.m. to, is that 3 p.m. or I think it's 3 p.m. So that means that, yeah, like this, as of 20 minutes ago, this route got detoured. So I just barely got here too late to catch this bus, and now I'm gonna have to go to another stop to catch it. So that's fun. Now I'm gonna have to walk up all the way to fucking Walnut Street, I think, and catch a different bus instead. So let's do that. Got like an 8-minute walk. Hopefully I can make it in time. I think the bus comes in like 10 minutes. Okay, I made it to the bus stop with like 5 minutes to spare, so that's good. I did have to take an 8-minute walk to get here, like I said, but on the bright side, when I get there, it will be taking me basically directly to the 7-Eleven I'm going to.
Whereas with the other bus, I would have had to take an 8-minute walk to get to the 7-Eleven after it dropped me off. So I basically just traded the 8-minute walk later for the 8-minute walk now. So as long as this bus comes and isn't delayed or detoured for some reason, it should be smooth sailing from here. Alright, I got my cigarettes and stuff at 7-Eleven. I still need to use the bathroom, but apparently there's a bathroom here at Clark Park, a public restroom that I should be able to use as long as someone isn't, passed out on fucking dope and trank inside, like taking an hour, to get out or whatever. Which hopefully that's not too much of an issue around here. I heard, it's not like Kensington. This is like the weed and beer area of town, not the dope head part of town, but you never know with public bathrooms, Also, I realized something kind of crazy. I came here the other day, right? And I was looking for the crust punks and the travelers, and I was working on faulty information. I thought I only spent time in this north part of the park. I didn't actually cross over, I think it's called Chester Avenue, to the south part of the park. But apparently the south part is where this, the legendary dog bowl is, where all the punks apparently hang out. And meanwhile, I thought the whole time that it was like somewhere over here in the north part. I was like, where is this dog bowl? I don't see any area of sunken grass or whatever the fuck it's supposed to be. But, yeah, it's because it's in the other section of the park that I didn't fucking go to before. So, we're gonna have to go, go over to that part of town today, I guess. And hopefully find these bathrooms. So I'll keep you updated. I got to Clark Park, and the extension cord that I used to charge my phone the other day was gone. But, thankfully, I have a 10-foot phone cord. I have a 10-foot charge cord for my phone. So I'm really thankful for that 10-foot cord right now. I'm currently charging my vape because I charged my phone up to like 70%, so it's good for now. And my vape was completely dead, so I wanted to charge that up. But that shouldn't take long to charge, and then I'll probably charge my phone the rest of the way to full, and then I'll see what the day has to offer. Also, these bushes are totally infested with rats. I was sitting down on the ground over there before, and I just heard tons of rats just scurrying around and squeaking in these bushes and shit. I don't really mind rats too much, but admittedly at one point I heard one like really close to me, and I just jumped up. I was like, alright, I'm gonna stand for now. Thank you very much. I doubt rats would like fuck with a awake person. I've definitely seen them fucking with sleeping people before, but I don't think I've ever seen a rat try to like fuck with someone while they were awake. So I doubt the rats are that bold anyway, but you never know. Rats can be a little crazy sometimes. Oh, also random thought that I should have commented on yesterday. I saw these guys wearing these Balenciaga sneakers yesterday. I had never seen Balenciaga sneakers, and especially not this type of them, but I guess there were those, I'm not sure if they were those new like 10X ones or just a different kinds that's also enormous, but these shoes were like the biggest fucking shoes I've ever seen. They look like fucking clown shoes, except sneakers. And I was just like, wow, man, that's really something. So, shout out to Balenciaga, I guess, for making their sneakers really stand out. I've never seen anything like it, for better or worse. So yeah, this big area right here, this is the dog bowl that I was looking for. Makes sense now. I see why they call it the bowl. Alright, I have pretty much spent all day just laying here, sleeping most of the day actually, because I was just, I don't know, I was kind of tired and it was very peaceful here and I just wanted to take a rest. So I laid down in the grass and just slept and woke up periodically, but mostly had a peaceful day of sleep, which means I should be hopefully energized for tonight, so I won't have to sleep too much tonight, because it is supposed to rain throughout at least part of the night, so I might not be able to get to sleep, or it might not be advisable to get to sleep as early as I usually do, at least if I go to my usual spot. Although I don't know if I'll be going all the way back out there just to sleep, so I might try to find a spot out here, and maybe I can even find a spot out of the rain, I don't know. But right now I'm gonna pack up my stuff and try to head over to Bartram North, because that was what I wanted to do today, but I didn't get to because I was lazy. And yeah, I'm only planning on being here for a couple more days, so if I leave on Saturday as intended, I won't have too much time to go and explore a few more things I wanted to check out. So I'm going to try to at least get out there today, and then maybe go to the South Street Bridge and get a nice view of the skyline tonight. We'll see.
But yeah, I'm gonna pack up and start heading over that way before it gets dark.
Alright, I have packed up and I am on my way to the Bartram North Mile Trail right now. As we get closer to our destination, you can see that we're starting to get into the more industrial areas of town. Holy shit, that building looks like it had some fire damage or something. Yeah, this is definitely like the grittier part of town. So, looks like we're going in the right direction. I guess this is a major trolley junction or whatever, because look at this fucking absolute web of overhead wires. Never seen anything like it before. That is crazy. Pretty cool though. Anyway, I think we're going this way. Google said to keep going that way and to like go around or something, but or maybe not that way, but I think we have to turn up here or something, because apparently the railroad tracks up here might be blocked off, so we might not be able to cross them, but I don't see how that's possible because cars are going that way. So I don't know, we'll just walk this way and investigate, and if we come to a dead end, we'll have to turn back, I guess. Okay, I see what's going on. Oh shit, this is cool. But yeah, I see what's going on here with the blocked off road and everything. Yeah, that fence right there, that dilapidated fence, is, I guess, fencing off. Well, no, I guess that's not fencing off the road. This is the road right here. This road that it says not to go down. It wants me to go this way, and apparently this road is blocked off, which I think that seems to bear out, because I think I see a fence up there. It's actually super fucking overgrown too. I wonder if we can get through there. We'll see if someone's cut a hole in the fence or something, and we can just go right through. But if we can't cut right through, there's definitely a hole in the fence. Someone could slip through right there. But yeah, if we can't cut through this easily, we'll just go around like it suggests. But we'll go look at this real quick at least, just for the heck of it. Attention drivers, all deliveries. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, stop! You are now trespassing. There's no parking. Okay, I think I'm allowed to be here technically. So, oh wait, I think I already see the fence fucking busted open. Got some cool looking tags over there too. But yeah, this is well, who the heck is on the other side right there? Is there a person in that car watching me? I hope not. I mean, it looks like the other side is still fucking the other side is still locked up. So I don't know if there's an easy way out through the other side. That's the only problem. Yeah, I might actually have to go around. That might be the play that I have to make here, since I can't really go over the fence. Looks like the fence might have a cut through over there, but I don't know if I want to go into those weeds and shit, so I might just skip this for now. I do want to take a look down the tracks here, though. Where the hell does that go, I wonder? Okay, I'm super fucking curious. Let me just hop over here real quick. Oh, this is nothing. This is just one of these. Okay. Let's inspect this real quick. Oh. Okay. Well, that works. That was a shortcut. Alright. Let's continue. Wow, this is trashed. Damn, we just cut like a whole 10 or 15 minutes off our fucking trip here, so that's pretty nice. Little skateboard got fucked up. That's unfortunate. Damn, what the fuck? This is crazy. Some kind of burned out vehicle or something, but it's painted like a zebra. It's very strange. Gotta cut through in this fence right here, or more accurately a peel back, I guess, because they didn't cut this one with bolt cutters, they just peeled it back from the edge. Not sure what is in there that's worth trespassing in here for. Maybe there's like a encampment back there or something. Not too sure, but I'm not gonna bother going in there right now because I want to make the time and finish this journey before it gets too dark. That's the goal. I guess this is the trailhead right here for the Bartram Mile Trail extension. Already we're seeing some cool art. Not sure exactly what this is, like part of a piece of farm equipment or something. Not too sure, but it looks pretty cool. Looks like there's like a dock down here that you can go fishing at. That's pretty cool. You get a nice view of the river and everything. I'm not gonna go too close because I don't want to spook that guy who's hanging out there. This is, oh, the Bartram North fishing pier. Nice. I guess this is the Schuylkill River, I'm pretty sure, which runs, you know, right through Philly and separates the west from the east. Yeah. Wow, we can actually see we can start to see a skyline even here. I think we'll get better views as we go on, but we'll see. I'm not sure exactly what this is. It's shaped like the bow of a boat. Oh, the full moon. I don't know what that's all about. Names of the full moon. Huh. Oh, old moon, hunger moon, sap moon, egg moon, flower moon, strawberry moon, thunder moon, sturgeon moon, harvest moon, hunter moon, beaver moon, long night. I never knew that. But this looks like a boat, but it's a deck. And you got a little view down to the water, but not much of a view because it's mostly blocked by the trees. So I don't really know what this is at this exact spot for, but at least it provides some sitting room and stuff, so that's cool. I'm not sure what these trees marked with X's mean. I don't know if these X's mean on the trees, but maybe it means that these are marked to be like cut down or something, since there's a bunch of chopped up trees around here. Maybe that's what they're gonna do with this. Not too sure, but this goes to that fence, which goes somewhere. I don't see any cut throughs or peel back here. Oh wait a second. Silly me. How could I be so naive? Right here. A little desire path. I saw the path first. I was like, wait a second. See a little desire path going to the fence right there, and I look closer and yep. Huh. Where the fuck does this go, I wonder? I mean, the desire path definitely kind of continues through there, but it looks really overgrown, so I'm not going to check that out right now. Well, I actually cut myself because I did try to get through the fence briefly, and yeah, it didn't really work out. I can't believe I cut myself though. It didn't really. I felt like I got scratched, but it didn't hurt that bad. Hopefully that doesn't turn into a fucking tetanus or a staph infection or something. But anyway, time to continue on. We got some cool tags over here on this little building, whatever the heck this thing is. Oh shit, it's this one. I've seen this in the photos on Google. And there's like a little desire path here. I wonder where this goes. Oh, another very overgrown desire path that I don't really want to go in right now because I don't want ticks or to deal with bugs. I'm good on that, fam. I'll just stick to the main path. I know you guys might be saying, oh, come on. Oh, that's not very adventurous of you. But I'm just trying to preserve my daylight here, you know. I don't want to get too carried away following these rabbit holes. What the hell's going on here? Don't tell me this is fucking blocked off. There's no shot. Oh, you can just go around the fence, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it looks like the fence just ends right there. Okay, that's good. I was like, there's no way they're blocking off the Newkirk Monument. Yeah, it's really weird that they would try, though. But yeah, this is funny. You just walk right around. Oh, there was another piece of fence, but someone was like, fuck that, fuck you. I don't know if I'm technically trespassing now or what, but fuck them. Like, this is meant to be enjoyed by the public, clearly. This is the Newkirk Monument. It was built to commemorate, I think, the first rail bridge over the Schuylkill River, which actually it probably talks about over here. And people have graffitied all over this thing because they're mad about gentrification or something. And we're not counting gang violence. Oh, oh my god, bruh. In 1838, the Philadelphia, Wilmington, and Baltimore Railroad built the first permanent bridge across the river here. The 800-foot bridge had a railroad track on the south side and a roadway on the north side. The fifth span from the east could be pulled into the sixth span to allow boats to pass. Viaduct was rebuilt and strengthened several times before it was replaced by separate rail and road bridges in 1902. The bridge was named after the railroad's president, Matthew Newkirk. He was a prominent Philadelphia businessman and civic leader who brought 4 railroad companies together to build this new rail line. The PW&B created direct rail service between Philadelphia and Washington, D.C. In 1839, the railroad had famous architect Thomas Eustace Walter design a monument to celebrate the construction of the unusual bridge. It was moved here from its former site by the Amtrak Northeast Corridor and restored in 2016. How cool. I always love little pieces of railroad history like this. And look at that. Look at that. That's just so cool, isn't it? Yep. I don't know if that's supposed to say something. I can't really read the words on it at this point, unfortunately. It's been too weathered, but pretty cool. Not sure what's this way. I think that actually goes back towards. Looks like it's blocked off, but is there a hole in the fence? That's the question. Well, I don't see an obvious hole, but I do see evidence that people have clearly been here on the other side of the fence. And I mean, this would be super easy to climb over, to be honest. I could just throw my bag over and then climb over after if I wanted to. And then also that hole we saw back there, probably that little desire path led to this place, probably. I would have to guess. But I don't really know what there is of interest on this road. Maybe it runs by the railroad tracks or something. I think there might be like freight tracks that run very close to this road here and like parallel to it almost. But I'm not too sure. I mean, if that were the case, then maybe this would be the place where people would come to make encampments along the brush here or whatever. But yeah, not too easy to access from here. We'll keep going and see if we can find an easier access point. And if not, we'll just turn back the way we came. Oh, by the way, I was wrong about that road being parallel to the railroad tracks. That road actually just goes diagonal and like cuts back towards the entrance. There's a different road that branches off near the entrance as well. That is the one that I was thinking of that actually runs like parallel to the tracks. But not too sure how to access that from here. Is this porta potty open? Probably not. Oh, yep. Locked right up. Interesting. What's the point of locking up a porta potty back here? I assume no one's even supposed to come back here right now. Huh. What the hell is this? Did someone camp here? There's a fucking chair. Someone's been chilling. Chair and a jacket and everything. Oh, wait a second. Oh. Okay. Well, this leads somewhere interesting, it looks like. That piece of fence is just gone. And this chair is here, I guess, so you can just climb over the fence very easily. You can't climb back over so easily, I guess, but, you know, I mean, it's a short fence anyway. That's pretty weird. Where does this go? Do not enter. No trespassing. Blah, blah, blah. Well, I guess I'm not going that way. Nice view, though. Too bad, like, the bridge kind of just blocks the fucking nice city skyline view over there, but it's a tall-ass crane. Shit. Alright, let's go this way real quick and check out what's down here, I guess. And looking at the map, I'm pretty sure this actually should lead to the railroad tracks. Maybe I should throw my bag over first. Yeah, I should probably do that. Alright, now I'm back here. It's time to explore. Hopefully I don't encounter any dangerous people or any ticks or poisonous plants. I love silt socks. The hell does that mean? Energy symbol, that's cool. Dude, we got like a fucking path made out of, I don't even know what the hell this is. Was this originally a trail that was like meant to be walked on? I'm not exactly sure. Oh, it goes under the fucking bridge. Dude. We got like a whole hangout spot over here. No one seems to be around though. Wonder where everyone's at. Bunch of shit just left here. Oh, now that's a fucking view right there. There we go. Wow. This is like a cool ass spot. I heard they do like underground shows here too. Maybe this is the spot. Like, I heard they do it somewhere at the park, but I don't know. Wow. Broken skateboard. There's a fucking, what is that? Looks like a fucking piece of torso on a slide. This is such a strange little situation here, but I like it. I like the vibe. We got a fire pit and everything. Now this is the fucking spot, dude. I kind of wish someone had already been hanging out here when we got here. I wonder if someone will show up if we hang out long enough. I don't know, maybe people come here at night. There's more stuff down there to explore, I guess. This is the, I'm not sure if there are trains that go over this bridge or if it's just cars, but I'm pretty sure I can hear cars going right now. But yeah, man, wow. This is my prize for the day, I guess. Just like I said when I got to Texas Beach. This view, this little vibe, this is my secret spot, my reward for exploring. And don't you love when a game rewards you for exploration? Bro, what the heck? Someone even left loose change here. Like 10 cents. I'm not gonna take it though, because maybe someone needs that. Maybe this is their spot. You know, I'm gonna respect the things. I'm not gonna like fuck with anything here. Even if it looks like it all might be just kind of discarded. This chair is pretty cool. Man, they got a whole fucking like cabinet here. Dude, I wonder if I could come sleep here. Like, literally, when it rains, you'd be good. You'd be protected from the rain and shit. And this looks like a pretty secluded spot. I just don't know how safe it would be. You know, how, like, the other inhabitants. I'm sure there would be other people that have the same idea, you know? But maybe they'd be chill people. There's a fucking shovel here, too. Wouldn't want to end up having to have them use that on me, you know? Private property. Fuck your private property. Oh shit, I didn't catch it on camera, but I actually just saw a train go by at the end of the line there. I think it was a SEPTA train. Unless it was a trolley, and that's a street, but I don't think that's a street. I think it was a SEPTA train going by. So I guess those are SEPTA train tracks over there, and probably freight tracks too. They're probably freight tracks that are shared by the SEPTA train. Not too sure. But I will go this way and investigate further. So it looks like we're pretty much at the end of the line here in terms of like going in that direction. In this direction that we were going. Like, I don't think it's like the Texas Beach situation where we came to a bridge and then that looked kind of similar to this actually. And then there was like a continuation of the trail on the other side. I think it just kind of ends here. This is just kind of the promised land. And if you want to continue seeing more interesting stuff, you got to go this way. Although I don't know what. There's like a little clearing over here because of this big structure. And there might be something over there. There's definitely a path. So, we'll check that out real quick. How's that, cold? Yep. Oh, it looks like another broken fence. Nice. Huh. Well, that's quite imposing. Doesn't look like there's really anything here though, besides a little bit of trash. So we will turn back. Wow, a bunch of water bottles that are like not even opened. If I needed some water right now, this would be a godsend, but I'm good on drinks right now, so I'll leave that for the next guy. These are really high effort tags, all these tags here. Wawa. They love Wawa around here, I guess. This definitely seems to be more of a Wawa than Sheets territory. Dang. Yeah, this is all very cool stuff. Looks like the sort of walkable area kind of ends around here. Wait a second. Ow, I just got stabbed. Is that a fucking track right there? Maybe it's an old track. It looks like an old unused track, but it looks like, yeah, the currently used tracks are over there. We could climb over these piles of coal, whatever the fuck this is. Slag heaps, maybe. But we'll go this way. There might actually be another path branching off over here that makes it easier to get. Oh, yep. Yeah, like it would probably be easier to just go this way to get to the tracks over there. This is the road running parallel to the tracks, I believe, that I saw earlier on the map. Oh, this little bunny hopping across. How cute. The thing about this location is like it's very high visibility, right? It feels like I got the low ground and I am very visible to anyone who might happen to be looking from like any of these directions, you know, on top of any of these hills or whatever. So since I'm technically probably trespassing right now, it doesn't feel super good, but let's head this way through this desire path, because this is obviously the way to get closer to the tracks. Look at that butterfly, how nice. Let's see what we got going on here. Alright. So, you know, we just saw a SEPTA train pass by, so we gotta be careful, because they're obviously active with fucking SEPTA trains and shit. Which probably means they're also electrified. Oh, maybe that's where I saw the SEPTA train pass, the bar track over there. Because you see the equipment over there. So it looks like those tracks are definitely electrified, but there's no like overhead lines or anything on these tracks. So looks like these ones are probably not electrified. Not sure where this goes or if there's anything interesting around here, but we'll continue walking across. There's more like trash and shit over here. Yeah, the thing is, if a SEPTA train goes by anytime, I'm also going to be kind of cooked. Because like it'll be impossible to prevent them from seeing me. That way, that goes across the river and goes to a big CSX yard, I'm pretty sure. So that's why there's so many tracks that are heading in that direction. But yeah, this is a pretty cool little spot. Oh, Norfolk Southern. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna head back now and not try to explore any further, because it's getting kind of dark and I don't really know where I'm going. You know, if I knew of any other areas of interest, I might try to push on further, or if I had another person with me, or if it was earlier. But I kind of just want to get out of here. I don't want to be like wandering aimlessly in a situation where I'm like almost definitely trespassing on federal property or railroad property or whatever. So yeah, that may make me a pussy or whatever, but I'm gonna head out in a few minutes here. I will walk a little closer to these tracks first though, because I do want to see the murals on over here. Oh my God, see, there's a train coming right now. Fuck, I have to hide in the bushes so it doesn't see me as it passes by. Shit. Fuck, here comes the train. Holy shit. Okay, I need to get out of here. I need to get the fuck out of here right now. I think there's another fucking train coming. Oh, maybe not. I don't know what I just saw. But, yeah, let's get out of here now. See, that's what I was talking about. I was like, oh, I need to get out of here quickly because a SEPTA train might come any minute. Yeah. Alright, let's go. Oh, look. A little Bomberman graffiti, too. That's cool. Love you, mama. I didn't even notice that before. Alright, I'm back at this spot, and I'm just gonna sit on one of these chairs and just chill here for a little bit. Who knows how old this Coca-Cola is? Imagine I opened it and it still had carbonation. Oh no, that shit's open. That shit's flat as hell. It even has cobwebs between the Coke and the steak seasoning here, so I doubt anybody's touched that in a while. So, I don't have such too high hopes that someone's gonna like stumble across me back here or anything. But I will hang out for a few minutes and just relax and recuperate and get myself ready for the journey back the way we came. Although I might check out that road first that goes through all the tracks. Although I have to use the bathroom too, so maybe I should just cut this short. We'll see. I open this and see what's inside here. It's like a fucking dog skeleton. What the hell? Thankfully it's plastic, not actual animal remains. But these people definitely have a macabre aesthetic sensibility. This is actually sick as hell, man. I know I already said it, but I just have to reiterate. Like, having this little outdoor living room under a bridge, protected from the rain, with a view of the fucking Philly skyline in the back, in the distance. That's just awesome. And you see that tower right there, the tall one, the tallest one. That is the Comcast tower that I was looking for, that I mentioned earlier when I was roaming around Center City the other day.
where I kept seeing that building over there, I think, and thinking, oh, is that the building? Or, you know, I kept seeing different tall buildings, thinking, is that it? But then I was like, no, that's not it, because it doesn't look like that. It looks very unique. And yeah, that's it right there. That one with the fucking, I don't even know how to describe that style, but it's got a blinking light at the top. Yep, that is the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere, actually. Not just the United States, but in the Western Hemisphere, outside of Chicago and New York. And also, obviously, the tallest building in Pennsylvania and in Philadelphia. I looked on Google Maps a little bit more, and apparently that fence back there, like where we had to hop over the fence, and there was like the fenced off area to that bridge over there. Apparently that bridge usually is supposed to be accessible to pedestrians and bikers, cyclists, and it's supposed to connect the center city to this area of West Philly, but yeah, it's closed right now for some reason. I don't really know what the deal with that is, but it's like a swing bridge that swings open for boats to come through, but then it swings closed so that people can cross. But yeah, I mean, this whole area is blocked off right now, so maybe that has something to do with that, you know. I guess they blocked it off from this side, and then they blocked it off from the other side too, where I originally came in by walking around the fucking fence. It's so funny. But yeah, so not sure why this whole area is closed off, but it shouldn't be, because it's pretty sick. Although, to be fair, maybe it wouldn't be as sick if it wasn't closed off, because the closed off areas are usually the where everyone makes cool shit like this, you know. Looks like there actually is a path that you can take to get very close down to the river, but I don't know if I would necessarily recommend it, because it might not be so easy to get back up, especially with a backpack. The backpack's over there right now, so I could probably go down there and investigate and come back up pretty easily, but if you lose your footing, you could definitely take a hard fall, so I definitely recommend being careful in a spot like this. Came over here to investigate these bushes real quick. Look what I found. A back cap of a syringe. But where's the rest of the syringe? Oh, there's another back cap right there, actually. Looks like people are definitely getting high over here. But, like, not as much fucking drug paraphernalia as I would expect to see in a spot where people are getting high, you know? Like, usually you don't just see one or two fucking caps. If you find a spot like this where there are syringe caps and shit, you're gonna see like 1,000 syringes just all over the fucking ground. So, I wonder where the rest of it is. It's kind of weird. It looks like people have been like, it almost looks like people have been climbing up here too. I'm not even sure what's up there that's worth climbing to. But anyway, heading back now. Really gotta use the bathroom, so hoping that I run into somewhere convenient for that shortly after getting out of this godforsaken park. No, actually, I loved this fucking park. This place was cool as hell. One of my favorite places that I've been to so far in Philadelphia. The FDR skate park is up there too, just because that place was also fucking really cool. Are people getting out by climbing over that? No, I'll just go back this way. Aw, a family trespassing outing. How sweet. I just decided to stop at that little fishing pier to try to get one last view across the river. One unobstructed view across the river, relatively unobstructed. But now I'm heading back. I'm gonna leave this little trail. There's a fucking, looks like some kind of work vehicle here with a flashing yellow light. I hope that doesn't mean that they're going to snitch on me. There's some kind of like authorities, and they're gonna snitch on me if I go back the way I came and try to trespass across the tracks. But hopefully they'll see that I'm just leaving anyway, so they won't bother, because I'll be long gone. By the time they see me fucking trespassing those tracks, I am going to be just ghost. What does it say? USIC, U.S. Infrastructure Company. Okay, I don't know what that's about, but cool. Time to go back this way. The problem with my my current look is that, like, I kind of look like a train hopper now. I look like a stereotypical train hopper with the black bandana and the fucking patched hat and everything. And if any cops see me in an area like this, they're probably going to
profile me, whether I'm trespassing or not, whether I have any intent to trespass or not. They're gonna be like, yeah, we know what you're here for. Get the fuck out of here. Kick rocks. So hopefully I can just avoid encounters with cops in these sorts of areas. And you know, if I do encounter any cops, I'd have to use my silver tongue to talk my way out of it, as I always do. See, this right here is the road that runs all the way along, parallel to railroad tracks. And this, if I were to go along here, it's possible that it would end up meeting back up with the other end of the road that I was at before when I was under the bridge and shit. So yeah, it's possible that I mean, if there's no fence along here separating this part from that part, then I could have maybe just walked straight there instead of having to go this whole circuitous way. But I don't know, it was still cool to look at all the shit. Oh, that's so funny. Was this here before? I didn't realize. I went around, but I didn't realize there was also this fucking peel back of the fence right here. Oh my god, I have to get really low. My backpack goes a little above my head. I have to be wary of that. But, alright, back across the tracks, and let's get the hell out of here. And I'm crossing the bridge now, and I guess it has a separate sidewalk and protected bike lane. I assume that's what this is. In which case, good on you, Philly. You know, bike lanes, always good to see. Oh, look at that. I recognize those tracks. Those look familiar. Almost looks like right down here in these bushes where I was fucking hiding from that SEPTA train. Yeah, this is the bridge that I was just under, if you couldn't tell. You also might recognize that structure right there, which we saw from the bottom over there somewhere. So that's cool. We get to see the under bridge and the over bridge. What is this piece of cardboard? Is this someone's sign or? No, it's nothing. Okay. Silly me, getting distracted by random fucking pieces of cardboard on the ground. How homeless of me. Alright, let's continue. Oh yeah, and it looks like we'll have quite a nice view of the skyline from here. Even better than we got from under the bridge, since now we're going to be on top of the bridge, so we'll be higher up and we'll also be slightly closer because we're actually going to be able to go over the river. And I think when we go up here and we get over the river, we're going to have the best view yet. But later on I still want to go to South Street Bridge because that's like the iconic Philly skyline view, so you got to go there too. But I should be able to get a decent skyline view from here. So, let's check it out. Yeah, look at that, man. That is just beautiful. Now that is a proper fucking skyline view right there. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, maybe I was wrong about this being a protected bike lane. I'm not really sure, but I just saw a biker go by on this part of the trail. He just passed me. He's back there, actually. And yeah, we had to kind of squeeze by each other, which was a little scary, you know, for someone on a bike, I imagine. I just kind of pressed myself against the wall as much as possible, and he managed to squeeze past. But damn, I thought this was a bike lane. What the hell? Why are there bikers on the sidewalk? This is cool down here. Not exactly sure what that is, but looks like a cute little park-ish area. Right next to an area with a bunch of, I don't know, containers of some kind. What are those? I was going to say dumpsters, but dumpsters usually load from the top. I mean, that one right there looks like a dumpster, but all the rest, I don't know, maybe they're different looking dumpsters. Some strange kind of dumpsters. Or maybe they're just some kind of storage container, I don't know. Anyway, you see now there's another cyclist coming. And it looks like he's riding in the fucking bike lane, so I guess that is a bike lane. I don't know why the other guy was riding on the sidewalk here. The sidewalk is supposed to be for pedestrians. Technically, if there is no bike lane and there's only a sidewalk and a road, the bikers are supposed to ride on the road. So, you know, I especially don't know why he was riding on the sidewalk when there is a bike lane, but even if there was no bike lane, stay off the sidewalk, man. Like, I appreciate my cyclist comrades. You know, I understand that we're all in this together in the struggle against the cars and the car-centric design, car dependency and such, but shit, man. You gotta share the space, and I get like being afraid of being on the road with cars, but when you literally have a bike lane, come on, man. At that point, it's like, don't you hate it when cars are blocking the bike lane? Well, you're kind of doing the same thing when you're riding on the sidewalk and making pedestrians, jump out of the way to avoid you when there's a perfectly good bike lane right there. Anyway, enough ranting. Sorry to, give cyclists heat, because again, the car people and the cars are really the problem. But nobody's perfect, and we gotta give criticism where criticism is due. So please, just when you have bike lanes, use your damn bike lanes. Okay. I've seen plenty of illegally dumped tires, but this might be the first time I've ever seen an illegally dumped hubcap. Secure space self-storage. I guess it's not that secure. Looks like there's a fire going on right now. Hopefully it's not too bad. Damn, that's pretty cool right there. All those smokestacks and shit. Alright, I hung out at McDonald's for a little bit, used the bathroom, charged my phone just because it's supposed to rain tonight and I don't want to get caught in the rain later with an almost dead phone. It was at like 50%, so I charged it up to like 97, 98, almost to full. So it should be good for the night now. And I'm actually heading to the Century Bar because I realized it was a 6-minute walk away, and this place where I've been thinking of visiting, it's not open super late tonight. It's only open till 11 and it's almost 9 already. So I mean, probably not going to be there for 2 hours anyway. I'm just going to go in, order a couple drinks, and then leave probably, and hopefully meet some people on there. But I don't know how active it'll be at 9 o'clock on a Tuesday night. Might just have a few little regulars in there or whatever. Especially, I don't think there's any like event happening tonight or anything, so I don't expect much. But maybe if I'm lucky, someone will chat me up and be like, "Oh, you got a backpack? Are you a leather trip?" I'll be like, "Well, yes, I am," which would be pretty cool. But worst case scenario, even if no one talks to me, I'm gonna get a bit drunk. Not too drunk, of course, because that's not really advisable when you're living on the streets. But I'll get a citywide special. It's the iconic drink special here in Philadelphia, and I haven't had a chance to go to a bar and order a citywide special yet, so I've got to do that at least once while I'm here, right? And I figure this will be the place to do it because I heard this is a pretty cheap little dive bar, so let's hope for the best. Huh, well, this is weird. I'm pretty sure this is the spot, but I don't exactly know where the entrance is supposed to be. And you got some cool lights here and shit, so I assume it's not like permanently closed, but this is all padlocked up, and this just looks like unassuming as hell. Oh, it says entrance. Maybe this is actually the fucking entrance? I don't know, but I gotta stash my cardboard real quick first because I don't think I want to try to get in here with cardboard. That would be a little awkward. There we go, I just stashed it in this little gate right here. Hopefully nobody notices or uses that gate within the next hour or so, however long I'm going to be here. Kind of crazy how there are seemingly no windows in this place, like letting actual natural light in. So I guess it'll be pretty dark in there. I mean, I imagine there's lights inside there, but it's probably the lack of natural light probably gives it a pretty dark underground sort of vibe, which sounds like it would be pretty cool actually. All right, well, I tried the door and it seems to be locked up, so I'm not sure what that's about. I tried the doorbell. Nobody answers. It says no. If no answer, call D43810. I don't know what the hell that means. So I guess maybe they're closed right now. I mean, there's lights on and shit, so I wouldn't have thought so. But that's kind of a disappointment. If I could see someone hanging out outside or whatever, then I could ask them. But there's nobody hanging out outside. Even nobody smoking. So doesn't seem like this place is very active tonight, so maybe I'll have to come back another night if I get a chance. But it's kind of disappointing. But I didn't have to go too far out of my way to get here. It was just a 6-minute walk to McDonald's. So now I gotta go back that way, and then it'll be from here about a 25-minute walk to the bridge, the South Street Bridge. So let's go. I'm trying to think about where I'm going to sleep tonight, because I don't really want to have to go all the way back out to near South Street. And also the spot that I've been in probably won't work tonight because it's supposed to rain. So I'm looking for somewhere covered and somewhere closer to West Philadelphia, where I'm trying to hang out right now. And I think tonight might be another parking garage night, another university parking garage night specifically, because as you guys know, we have a big neighborhood called University City right here next to West Philadelphia. Well, I shouldn't say right here, because right now I'm on the east side of the river, but right up there, over next to West Philadelphia, there's University City, which has UPenn, Temple University, and Drexel University, all like clustered together. And I'm thinking that if I go to one of those parking garages and climb all the way to the top floor of the stairwell, maybe, just maybe, I can get a few hours of sleep without the cops catching on and waking me up and kicking me out of there. Now, I know security is going to be high, probably more so than at the University of Delaware. In fact, students, now that it's getting later in August, students actually might be already moving into the campuses here at UPenn and Drexel and Temple University. So, it might be just a little more difficult, a little more active than it was down in Delaware, but hopefully we'll still be able to get away with it. And if not, we will try to find a backup spot. I mean, we'll come up with a backup plan before we even go there, just in case, because you don't want to be getting kicked out of your primary spot and getting kicked out into the rain and not have a plan of where to go. That would kind of suck. So we'll figure it out. There's an interesting little area that I'm walking through here to get to the South Street Bridge. I don't really have any commentary, but just wanted to film this real quick, capture the vibe a little bit. Wow, that's pretty cool. Another locked up porta potty. Thank goodness I don't have to use the bathroom anymore. Otherwise that would have given me false hope. I would have been like, no! Looks like this right here is some kind of electrical substation behind this fence. Really, really tall fence protecting this with like barbed wire or razor wire or something at the top too. I think it's barbed wire, but whoever is in charge of protecting this really cares about protecting it, I guess. Oh, there it is. It's the Schuylkill East substation. Gotcha. Wow, looks like we have another fucking electrical substation thing here. High voltage, no trespassing, blah blah blah. Yes. A lot of electrical stuff, electrical infrastructure around this part of town. Kind of cool. Luckily, I'm not a terrorist trying to sabotage the city's electrical infrastructure. At least not today. Wow, these buildings really are quite imposing up close. It says Roberts Center for Pediatric Research. Why do hospitals always have such fucking flashy buildings? It's crazy. I mean, not gonna complain though. These do look quite beautiful in the Philly skyline and everything. Also, I realized I was actually supposed to turn back here. I guess this is a walkway that goes all the way through to where I'm going. I assume I'm supposed to go up these stairs or something. Yeah, it's probably a safe bet. I know, currently Google is telling me I'm supposed to go up those stairs, but they're fucking blocked off right now. What else is new? Well, I guess we just try to go up these stairs and hope that there's another way around. Well, this is quite nice up here. Got this glass wall with a nice view of the skyline through it. Nice views all around, really. This is a fucking awesome spot, man. We've got a hell of a little campus here. Okay, I think that over there is the top of the stairs that I was unable to access because they were blocked off. So I think I am now back on track and going in the right direction. Yeah, I think in fact this is probably the South Street Bridge right here, and I'm just going to be going right over it and somewhere in the middle to try to get a good view of the skyline over there. It is currently blocked by that building. And there's a little thing here too to go down to the boardwalk, a little staircase. I should say. Yeah, I'm tired. I couldn't even remember the word staircase. But yeah, this goes down to the Schuylkill boardwalk or whatever. Oh, there's more train tracks right here. So I'm wondering if we go down here if we'll find more more train hopping evidence. But for now, we're just walking across the bridge to try to get a nice view over there, and then I guess I'll go down there afterwards and check it out, because I heard that right down there, I don't know if it's right under here or if it's further up north, but in this general area I've heard there's some good sleeping spots, like under bridges and out of the rain and stuff. So we will investigate in a little bit, in a few minutes here, after I can get my nice skyline view and everything. And as soon as this fucking light changes so I can cross the street. Oh, I just realized it's one of these stupid fucking buttons here. That's probably why it was never changing and letting me cross the street. I usually assume that those buttons don't even fucking work, so I just ignore them, but sometimes they actually do work, and not only do they work, but they are actually required in order to get a walk signal. I don't know if that's the case here, or if it's even fucking working at all, because I think usually like a light goes on or something to indicate that it acknowledges that you pressed it. I'm just gonna cross the street now. What the fuck am I doing? I'm acting like an NPC. Oh, and now the walk signal goes on. I'm like, dude, there's no cars coming. There was probably a couple good minutes there where there were no cars coming and I could have just crossed. But anyway, we've crossed. Success. Here we are with our beautiful skyline view. This is our second prize for the day. Go Birds. Sports are boring. That's fucking funny that someone wrote that. Not gonna lie, I kind of agree. I mean, probably not boring to play, but watching, not really my thing. Although I guess I can understand, since I enjoy watching people, play video games and make really crazy accomplishments and feats. So I guess it's the same for people who are into sports. Anyway, yeah, that is just very nice, I must say. They weren't kidding when they said that this was where you get the fucking beautiful, iconic shot of the skyline. And I thought this bridge would be packed too, but it's not really. It's kind of quiet here, at least at this hour of the night. And there's tons of cars passing, but it's not packed with a bunch of people trying to take photos or anything. And the only one here taking pictures, which is kind of surprising. But yeah, I'm gonna go down there next and check out the area under the bridge, see if it's a reasonable spot to sleep, but I'm not so sure because it's like, yeah, it looks like kind of just a walking path. It doesn't look like there's a spot where I can like get off the path under the bridge. That's the problem. But we'll take a look. And if not, we'll walk further north. I guess before I go down under the bridge to the trail, I should go over to the second overlook point and see if I can get a slightly better, or a slightly different view, I should say, that is also a good view from over here. I love you too, whoever wrote that. Yep, there it is again. Beautiful stuff. I walked a bit too far because I was distracted looking at my phone trying to figure out where to go next and where I might be able to sleep and stuff. But yeah, I'm going to actually cross the street and go down to the walking trail here. I don't think I'm going to find a place to sleep on the trail necessarily, based on my research that I've done. But it will at least be a cool little walk. And it's like a 10-minute walk, and it'll get me further north, close to other bridges I can take to get back across to West Philly. So that's what I'll do. I'll head north a little bit, and then I'll probably head back west towards University City, because ultimately that's where I'm going to try to sleep tonight, as I mentioned earlier. I don't even know why I was thinking about sleeping here. I guess because I'm so close. But, I mean, realistically, it's not late enough for me to sleep yet. I want to go out and do some other stuff before I sleep. So, you know, University City will probably be a better spot. But I'm glad that I have found myself here anyway, because I did want to walk this trail and just check it out. So let's do that. What the hell is going on here? I mean, this is fenced off, but the fence is open. I mean, it looks like you could fucking sleep under here, realistically. Shit, man. I mean, oh, there's a shopping cart here and everything. Hopefully no one's already here. It doesn't look like it. There's a fucking opening in the fence right here going right to the tracks. I don't know if this right here is technically railroad property or not, but shit, man. This would be a fucking perfect spot to sleep. This is not on the trail. I mean, I guess you can be seen from the trail very easily, but shit, you're in the dark here, in the shadows, especially if you got behind that wall. See, the thing is, you'd have to choose between sleeping on this side and being visible to people walking by, or sleeping on this side. Oh, and like another cut through in the fence. And sleeping on this side, and dude, I thought that was a giant snake for a minute. I don't know why. I don't know what the fuck that is. There's no fucking snakes that big here, so I don't know why I thought that. I mean, I thought it was a dead snake, realistically. I don't know why there'd be a giant dead snake here. But anyway, yeah, the thing is, if you're on this side, you could be visible to railroad police or trains going by or whatever. So, it's like pick your poison, but I don't know, it doesn't seem like a bad fucking spot. I don't think I'll sleep here, because like I said, I think I'll still go to the parking garage, but I will definitely take note of this spot. Because, I mean, realistically, even with the fucking pedestrians walking by and shit, I'm gonna turn my light off just so I'm not so obvious, but look how fucking dark it is here. There's no way people all the way over there are gonna notice a dude sleeping over here, especially if, like, you're right here and the bushes are kind of in the way and shit, or you're, like, over on that side, like, towards that darkness. Yeah, man, this is shit. I heard this was gonna be like, oh, yeah, you pretty much just sleep on the path, and it's gonna be brightly lit, and there will be people passing by, and you're gonna get woken up before morning. I didn't realize there was this whole fucking area here where people have obviously already been sleeping and hanging out and possibly even hopping trains and shit. Cool. Oh boy. Welcome to University City. Yeah, I hung out in that spot for a few minutes to just rest for a minute and have a smoke and stuff. And now I'm completely out of water and other liquids, so I am taking a 20-minute walk to Wawa to, hopefully refill my water thing for free and put some ice in there, my thermos, and then probably also just buy another drink, like a lemonade or something as well. And then I'm going to try to fly my sign around this area for a little bit, probably. Come back to the University City area. Although, it doesn't look like there's much foot traffic right now. But I think the hospital shift change happens at 11. That's kind of like a universal rule of hospitals, I think. The shift changes are usually at 11 on the dot. So, if I hang around for a little bit, it's almost getting close to 11. So, I should be able to catch the people that are going home for the night, or who are coming to work for the night shift. And then hopefully I should be able to make a little bit of money. And then if it starts raining, I should be like a 10 or 15 minute walk back to that spot I found under the bridge. Or I'm not exactly sure where the nearest parking garage is, but there might be a UPenn parking garage even closer, so, or like a university parking garage in general. Right now we're near the UPenn campus, so I assume UPenn will be the closest one, but yeah, if I can find a university parking garage that's even closer than the bridge and it starts raining, then I might run to there, because that might be the safest bet, the closest place, so I can get the least soaked on my way there. But if necessary, I will head back to the bridge, and it should be a reasonable decision as well. Oh, insomnia cookies? Yeah, this is definitely a college area when you see that. Yeah, so I'm at this Wawa. This is like one of the only spots around here. It's actually active this late at night. It's almost 11, and the rain's supposed to start up fairly soon, but I'm going to see if I can make some money here before it rains, and I have to head to a parking garage or something and see how I do.
I just realized that whole hallway thing across the street there is covered. So I got the perfect spot right across the street from where I'm flying my sign to get out of the rain as soon as it starts. I can't necessarily sleep there probably, but it's at least a spot I could like immediately get out of the rain and figure out a plan from there. Also, I made $6 so far flying my sign in like half an hour probably, so this is a pretty decent spot so far. Here, I don't know what it is about this corner, but it smells like, I've been smelling K2 here like the whole time I've been here. I don't know if like that dude on the fucking bench over there is smoking K2 or what, but it smells like someone's fucking smoking around here. And I don't like that fucking smell. It's nasty as hell.
Alright, I flew my sign for a couple hours, made like $19, so not too bad, especially given there was like not a huge amount of foot traffic. It felt less busy than South Street, but I still made like $20, so I'm satisfied. And it didn't even start raining, but it is like almost 1 a.m. now, so I figure it's time to get to sleep. I'm actually gonna just walk all the way back to that spot at the South Street Bridge and see if it works out. Just because it's a spot I already scouted out and it looked good and everything, and I kind of like the idea of sleeping under that bridge next to the train tracks and waking up to that nice view of the city across the river and everything. So I'm gonna try that out, and hopefully it's safe and everything until around 7 a.m. That's when I intend on waking up, so hopefully I can make it that long. Let's get one more beautiful view of that skyline. Hell yeah, man. Love that. Although every skyline looks kind of small to me compared to New York. It's kind of funny, even when I'm in a city like this where I'm like, this is a big city. Oh, the skyline is kind of tiny, but definitely one of the better skylines I've seen lately. It looks like it's pretty quiet down here. Not too many late night walkers going this way at this time of night, so that's a plus. Maybe that means that we'll have a pretty quiet night in our little oasis down here, assuming nobody else has beat us to it and is already sleeping in our spot. But let's find out. I don't see anyone down there, but it is kind of dark, which is the whole point. And what the fuck? There's a fucking freight train just stopped right here? I didn't even notice that. What is going on? Why is this just stopped? Dude, this is crazy. Just a train stopped here in the middle of the night. How interesting. So I guess that means this spot might not be quite as quiet as I thought, with fucking freight trains going by in the night, but shit, man. Who knows? Let's just comb the area real quick. Make sure no one else is here, so don't disturb anyone. Or get disturbed by anyone. But we can't use the flashlight this time because we're trying to stay stealth. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anyone back here. But holy shit. Jesus, trash. This thing is fucking huge. Huh. It's pretty cool though. Alright, I decided to set my stuff up here on this side of the wall. You probably can't even see it because it's so dark. That's the point. Because you remember I was choosing between this side and the other side. I decided the other side just has too much trash to really be a viable sleeping spot. Also, it's too close to this metal fence, which I don't want to be next to a metal fence because it's supposed to possibly thunder tonight. So, yeah, I'm just gonna take my chances on this side over here and hope that nobody wanders through that fence before the morning and that nobody sees me from over there and calls the cops or something. I mean, I'm not bothering anybody. I'm just sleeping under a fucking bridge. So hopefully it will be alright. And also hopefully I'm not too close to the edge up there for the rain to come and get me if it does rain. Which is looking like it might not even rain at this point. But I'll be under this bridge just in case. So, yeah, I'm gonna chill out for a few minutes and then just go to sleep, I guess. Probably wake up at around 7 in the morning. That's the plan. And then I'm gonna try to head to the Satellite Cafe in the morning and finally check that out. So, I'll talk to you guys in the morning. Good morning. I am awake.
I didn't quite make it to 7. It's like 6:30 something, and I woke up and I was like, I think this is good enough. It's pretty bright now. A lot of people going by and stuff. You know, not that there's any cops here or anything, but if, you know, anybody said anything, then maybe they would come and, you know, give me a hard time. So I decided I've slept enough for now. I'm gonna get up and head out of here. Yeah, and then it's, you know, it'll probably be close enough to 7 by the time I pack up and leave that I'll be able to go head over to the Satellite Cafe. Although, I don't know, do I want to go there first thing in the morning? Because nobody's really going to be there, probably. Or maybe they will. Actually, this might be the most popular time of day for a cafe. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, this is going to be the end of episode 7. Tune in next time for the last part of my adventure in Philly, which will be episode 8. As usual, my Discord link will be in the description if you want to join my Discord server and talk to me there. My Coffee and Patreon will be down there if you want to support me financially. If you support me on Patreon, you get a little cosmetic roll in my Discord server. My Instagram's down there too if you want to see my photography and stuff. And like the video if you liked it. Comment if you have something to say. And sorry, there were people walking by. I thought they were about to talk to me. I'm not sure what's going on there. But yeah, subscribe and click the notification bell if you want to see more videos from me. I look like shit right now, but hopefully I'm about to shower today, so hopefully I won't look so rough in the next video. Well, the next video will be Philly, but you know, when I do my first New York video, hopefully I won't look this bad. But yeah, I feel good at least. Anyway, see you next time.